go right across Melbourne. Representative football at its best.
So Kirby will go up in ruck there against Shaw. 0-0 draw really, but the first clearance goes the way of the VAFA. Kick goes up towards half forward. A nice mark going back and taking it there was Bath, and he can relieve for the country as they break away out of the defensive area. Got no one really to kick to. Immediate pressure, but well worked and a good mark taken to clear for the Victorian country. A couple of players playing in long sleeves jumper. That kick goes up towards Sheehan. That's chopped off there by Zimbaks though. Got a hand pass down the line to Summers, who just kept it in. Kicked up towards in the Goss direction. Crashing through Patterson. Can't quite claim possession. Hand pass Goss out to Allen, who's caught in the middle of the ground. Just got it out sideways there towards Young. He can't gain possession either. Shaw crashes in. Big pack forms. Bodies flying everywhere. Eventually it spills out the back, and country might be able to clear off half back now through Maloney.
So Maloney goes out wide and looks out there to Sheehan, half back flank. Wobbly kick goes wide, right up towards the half forward line. Lewis, it is, leading out in the race for the ball, wrapped up in a tackle, pushes it away to himself. 3 amateur players up against Lewis. Lewis still works hard. Also picking up the ball, McDonald on the left foot, kicks up wide. Robertson's taken the mark. Called to play on. Robertson kicks long, but the mark's been taken back there by Hollow for the country.
He hand passes off and they send it inside again, but Robertson goes back and this time takes the mark. It was touched off the boot before. He drops in and gets his second possession. Goes wide to the outer side of the ground, out towards Ross Young. Played a representative game for the VAFA at under 19 level. This is his first senior appearance. Of course, a former Sandover medalist as well. And John, I think he was under your tutelage for a while as well.
Yeah, he was, yes indeed.
Kick goes down the line up towards half forward for the VAFA. Mopped up there by Kirby. He's still got the football, Kirby. Strong tackle laid on him by Shaw. It's not going anywhere. Umpire Merv Monty comes in and calls for a bounce.
It's a 35-year-old Paul Kirby, Tatura legend. So he's backing up for, I think he's played 7 or 8 of these games.
Thrown up outer side of the ground. Shaw flies over the top. Knocked out there. Hand pass from Bentic out towards Young. Kick from Ambrose comes inside up towards a leading Watts. Can't get it. Edgar mops up the crumbs. Hand pass to Allen. Allen steadies on the right foot. Kicks up to the top of the square. Working under it there. A free kick might be plucked out. It's going the way of the VAFA. Free kick going to Croft, I think it is. He'll go back and line up to have a shot. Or is it Patterson? Patterson looks like he is the one who's got claims on that. And he can go back and line up to kick the first score of the day. Inside 2.5 minutes here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Sky Mount Dandenong.
Didn't think Tyson Hartwick did too much wrong there, but he's given away the free kick.
So from about 15 metres out, Patterson pops it through. The VAFA on the board first. 1 straight 6 they lead. The AFL Vic country yet to score.
Yeah,
the right spot. If you put yourself into the right spot when contesting the ball, you know, you are a chance to get infringed upon, and it was that. I mean, whether or not the free kick didn't look it for mine, but
I actually thought Hartwick had got himself to the front position there, and I thought if the free kick was going to go, it might have gone his way, but the umpire saw it differently.
Maybe it was on the way to him getting that front spot.
That's true.
3.5 minutes gone. First quarter. Representative football. Big punch away by Kirby. Only as far there as the amateurs, and it came back to Ryan Colbert. The old Zavarian goes up to the half forward line, punched away over the line and out of bounds in front of Harry Croft. And the free kick will go the way of not Croft on this occasion. We'll go to
Cam Howard.
Cam Howard, sorry, who's taken the ball. So Howard, centre wing position for the VAFA. And a 25-metre penalty has been paid. And the umpire says he hadn't called play on, so Cam Howard will come to within 60 metres of goal. They lead 1 straight to 0, and Howard's got the football.
Goes sideways to Young, who marks at 55 metres. Short little kick, not very good. It's chopped off there by Maloney. Couldn't quite complete the mark. He goes again. Hands and knees. Immediate pressure applied on. Allen goes and burrows in. Tries to hand pass it out. Crashing through Maloney again. Can't gain possession. There he is. Underground hand pass from Maloney. And the Vic country will clear through the outer side through Sheldon. Kick goes wide out there towards McAuliffe. And the boundary line wins out. Will have a boundary thrown outer side of the ground. VAFA lead 1 straight 6 to the Victorian countryside, yet to score. We've played for almost 5 minutes in this opening term.
And I don't think I've seen an amateur interchange. The country have, though.
That's your job.
Very good. Kick breakaway from the pack here, and the Victorian Country have got the football in the middle of the ground. Go up towards half forward, long lead out here. Bounces just in front of Campbell. He can't gain possession. Toe poke off the ground. Howitt's there on tries to flap it towards the boundary line in the Wynn direction. Howitt with him, wraps up Campbell in a tackle. Wynn goes over the football. He got his head almost ripped off, but managed to clear it out here. Chance now for Sheldon. Sends it inside on the left foot. Up towards full forward. Could have been a free kick for the Country. Not paid. Chance over the back here for Waite. Can he gain possession and have a shot at goal? He can't. Good tackling pressure from Wintle that goes over the boundary line and out of bounds 5 metres around. Vic Country in attack.
David, Tom Sheldon is Ken's son, isn't it?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I think he played at Uni Blacks, actually.
Restart of play. Country attacking to the scoreboard end in this first quarter. They haven't scored. We've gone 5 3/4 minutes in the first quarter. Brought to you by the Sky High Restaurant of Mount Dandenong, and once again we'll get a ball up. It's umpire Merv Motti. He'll ball it up 30 metres out from AFL Victoria Country's goal. They won't take the ball away on this occasion. Bentick, he tried to kick it, coming through very hard. Matt Prendergast, he overran the football. Now the Amateurs break it up towards centre wing. Goss using hands. Umpire said it was a push out, and the resultant running play now will come back to the Country side. Driving it long was Thompson up the boundary line, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds in front of Lewis, who couldn't take the ball on that occasion.
A lot of jousting at the moment. No one really, no real pattern of play.
No, both teams just struggling to find their feet.
Thrown in. Right on the 45, crashing through, trying to take possession was McDonald. He got wrapped up in a tackle, not going anywhere. We'll have another bounce.
It is a very hectic, speedy opening, however.
Lewis won that one down, out towards Collins, former St Bede's Mentone Tiger Collins. And a free kick is going his way. He's going to, maybe, I don't know if he's got the journey from here. Possibly he does. He goes short instead. It's a beautiful pass. And Victoria Country will be able to line up to get their first score of the day.
This is Derek McAuliffe, of course, a 3-time premiership player with the North Ballarat Roosters. It's his first year back playing country football. He plays with North City in the Ballarat Football League, and they're sitting on top. He's been one of the reasons for that. So, you know, he'll be one of the players to watch today.
And he's playing on Trent Timbacks from the Collegians Club in Melbourne.
Should be able to get the journey here, no worries.
So McAuliffe will have to kick from about 41 metres and pops it on its way. I don't think it's going to get the distance. It could be a mark if a chance. Shaw gets back for the VAFA and thumps it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. The Victorian Country still in attack. They trail on the scoreboard. They're yet to score. The VAFA are 1 straight 6. That's on the Bayford scoreboard thanks to Sky High Matt Dandenong.
Lewis up in the ruck against Shaw. Shaw did his own roving, got the ball, had it smothered. Now he ducked back again. Lewis tackled him, and once again we'll get a ball up 30 metres out from the AFL Country Victoria goal. They haven't scored, but they've done a bit of pressuring in the last 5 minutes or so. We've gone 8 minutes in the first quarter. Shaw, ruck takeaway, coming through hard from the Country. We've got a lot of ball ups, gentlemen, in the first 8 minutes or so. Has the ball going to come out of the back here for the Amateurs? No, the ball came to ground. Handball away by Luke Collins. Amateurs trying to clear, can't do so. Working through very hard was McDonald for the Countryside. He got the ball back to Kirby. Kirby went up towards Lewis. The ball beat him, went over and through for 1 minor score. First of the day to AFL Country Victoria. They're 1 point, Amateurs are 1 goal.
It is a hot ball. I mean, when it's on, it's on, and so there are a lot of fumbles, and as I mentioned a minute ago, the game hasn't settled down with any pattern yet. Howitt
with kicking in duties goes to his old Kerry teammate McQueen Miss Campbell. It's punched away from him right on that 45-metre arc, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Near side.
Good spoil there by Jared Bayliss, who actually represented the Vic Country 2 side last year at the Country Championships, at the National Country Championships. So good to see him in the number 1 side this year.
Pattinson up into the ruck just there, and he got the knockdown. Although it's all Country at the fall of the ball. Bendergast couldn't quite get a clear kick. Hands and knees, beautifully done. Add to Bendergast again. Again, he maybe got taken out there, although the free kick's no, it's going the VAFA's way, and it's going to be Murphy Ambrose who takes that free kick. Goes wide out towards his old Zaverian teammate Colbert. Couldn't complete the mark, turned over. McDonald got it away there towards Bayliss, who sends it inside to the pocket. Win in the front spot, punched it over the boundary line and out of bounds. Another boundary thrown inside. Victoria Country with lots of pressure on at the moment. They just can't split the big sticks.
recurring theme for them on this ground today.
I was just going to say, John, it's the same as what we saw earlier. Lewis tried to break through, wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire said he had no prior opportunity. And Daniel Lewis from Marukna in the Goulburn Valley Football League. At least he's easy to call, Dave, isn't he?
I don't think we'll miss that one too many times.
All have hair like that. Well, some of us should have some hair. Now the ball came back for for the Amateurs, and Weiler dangerously kicks across the ground. Umpire said play on. Ended up back there looking out wide for Winchell. He can't take the football. And once again, we'll get a throw in. One straight the Amateurs. Country Victoria, 1- score. We've gone 10.5 minutes first term.
So Patterson knocked it down to Howard. Stolen, though, there by the Victorian Country's Bendergast. Flying shot at goal just goes through for a behind. It's 2 behinds, 2 points. They're their 2 scores of the day. VAFA 1 straight 6.
And I actually think that's Pendergast. It might be
is it?
I think it's a typo in the record.
Pendergast, not Prendergast.
Nah, Pendergast, yep.
Pendergast, okay. Bring it back in. Nick Wing elected to go very short. Lewis in hard now for Country Victoria. He's going to create another ball up. And this time we've got one 40 metres out from the Country Victoria goal.
Ammos are doing really well to keep the Country boys at bay here. I mean, they're putting their head over the ball, getting lots of stoppages and just stopping momentum.
They are tackling very hard. Lewis won the takeaway. Now the Amateurs have a lot of numbers at the ground level with the ball. Patrick Ambrose was one of those. Ball came to ground. No one could take control of it. Flying out of the back of the pack was Nick Wynn. And once again, we'll get a ball up 20 metres around from the Country goal. They've done most of the attacking in the first quarter.
And have been able to lock the ball in really well so far. So, you know.
Lewis, big knockout for the Country, only as far as the roving Zimbacks, who tries to clear via a series of handballs and does so with Smithwick. Smithwick's long left foot kick has been chopped off, and they're just setting that zone off there beautifully, the Country guys, across the centre wing position. Victoria, the VAFA, struggling to clear the back line. Big fly for a ball there from the Country. Kicked off the ground there by Campbell. Goes towards the pocket. Chance out there for Beattie. He can't gain possession. And Victorian Amateurs will try and clear now, and they do. Patterson over the top. Time to sit and prop. Hand pass goes okay. They've worked it out to the other side now. And Mahon goes long up towards half forward. Great mark going back there for the Country with Baxter, who takes the relieving mark.
So now the Vic Country will bring the ball beautifully on this occasion through the centre to Luby, who's taken the mark. Luby goes long and wide. Ryan Colbert in front, but nearly great hands. Umpire said play on. The man who dropped the mark couldn't take it. In the end, they've charged through Howard. Howard streams through the centre of the Junction Oval. The ex-Richmond player, Cam Howard, goes long and through the middle. Great goal, great transference of play by the VAFA. They go into 2 straight 12, and they lead Country Victoria, who are 2- scores.
Well, it's got a sting. The Country boys have had all the play up in their forward 50, and then that just quick transference of play have caught them out that time.
And for those of us that watch the Premier Division, a very familiar side of Cam Howard running down the ground, bouncing it. The forwards were up the ground and leading back, and actually I reckon Jack Watts did a good job as he was heading back to the square in realising he was having the shot and not getting to where the ball could be touched.
Last year's Premier Best and Fairest winner.
In the Premier section, exactly right. Free kick's being plucked out of the middle. We'll get to you in a second, David Speedy. In fact, go now.
I was just going to say, boys, that they're making the changes minute by minute here. Edgar only spent about 30 seconds off before 4 players come for the change.
Pendergast sends the ball inside, and it's a nice lead and mark there for the Country's Jay Sheehan, and he can go back and line up to kick the immediate response.
He actually looks a bit like the old Hawthorn player Mark Williams, doesn't he? There, quite similar.
He's a young guy. He's one of the youngest players in the side, but he's a likely type, a key forward down from the Geelong League.
From Newtontown and Chilwell. Kicks from about 44 metres. Beautiful kick. It splits the middle, and it's the Victorian Country's first goal of the day, and the crowd really enjoyed that one.
Kick like Mark Williams, because he was always a gun kick, wasn't he?
1-2-8 they go to. They trail by 4 points. The VAFA 2 straight 12. That's on the Bayford Group scoreboard. Thanks to Sky High Matt Downing, we've gone 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was a nice long lead out. Ball kicked on a nice diagonal to him, and a relatively easy mark and a great conversion.
And he looks dangerous. He's flown a few times in the air and been a little bit unlucky not to come down with the mark. And he's got on the end of that one though, and got Vic Country on the board.
I think there'll be more goals kicked in this game than there was earlier today. Hopefully less points. Much more accurate kicking at the moment. Trying to take it away was Bayliss for Country Victoria, but wrapped up in a tackle was Ross Young, the University Blues representative. Ex-Sandover medalist in Western Australia, played for Carlton, had a stellar career representing the VAFA today.
And former Donald player.
Yeah, that's right, from Donald, so he's also a country boy. Quick handball out to the vice-captain in Trent Zimbarks. On the overlap, the VAFA have it through the goal kicker in Howard. Howard goes long, up to the half-forward line. The countryside have numbers back. One of them was Baxter. Baxter elects to go dangerously, very dangerously, across the ground. Brendan Goss, front of the pack, he handballs. Tried to get it away to his teammate, couldn't do so. Umpire said it's a free kick. It'll go the way of the amateurs.
Patterson.
It'll go to the big man in Patterson.
Not sure what that was for, Crooksy. I cannot cast any light on that whatsoever, but as a VAFA person, we'll take it.
So Patterson.
Two free kicks for this man.
Ex-St Kilda and Richmond player now representing University Blacks. He'll kick from 20 metres out. He's a ruckman. No angle to speak of. And he put it through for the third goal for the VAFA. They go on a 3 straight 18, leading Country Victoria 1-2-8. We've gone 16 minutes in the first quarter, and the first quarter brought to you by the Sky High Restaurant at Mount Dandenong on the Bayford scoreboard.
Once again, Cam Howard at the in the thick of things and setting the ball up with great run just in front of us here off half back and a probing kick forward.
Yeah, his long raking left boot's really been pivotal so far, and he's one man that Peter Knights and his coaching group would be looking to shut down very early.
So as the rain starts to come down here at the Junction Oval, we can understand why those coaches have now got that protection that is obscuring our view. Anyway, from the middle of the ground, the Country are going to get the clearance up inside their attacking zone from Sheldon. At the fall of the ball, beautiful play by Wynn, who goes back and mops up. Hand pass to Zimbarks. Zimbarks goes wide and finds Edgar on the chest. The only Premier B player in this side here, played in the representative team. He goes to his under-23 representative mate in Robertson. He went back towards a Wynn. Wynn's kick is probing, but it doesn't quite find the target, and Baxter drops in.
So Baxter clears out wide, looking for Shane McDonald, who takes the ball. Takes a bounce, outer side of the Junction Oval, going forward deliberately, tipped over the top of Zimbarks, went to Sheehan. Sheehan got the handball back for the Country into the centre of the ground. A free kick's been paid. It'll go the way of the Country and it'll go the way of Sheldon. Sheldon got the handball away. They go up towards the full forward line. Nick Wynn ducks back very well and takes a strong relieving mark for the amateurs. Wynn, as is usual, but that's not usual. He's missed his target badly on this occasion. Ball into the centre of the ground. Great tackle laid by Pat Ambrose. Ball came to ground. Charging through Luke Collins, the sail boy. Handball has ended up with VAFA and a quick kick away. On that occasion goes deep up to the full forward line. It came out there and no one can take control. The ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Pat Ambrose actually got the kick through.
I was trying to work it out too.
I saw one and I'm thinking it's not Jack Watts.
That's heavy rain out there.
Yep. The prediction was for heavy showers this afternoon. Thrown in by the umpire in the forward pocket. Shaw does the ruck work, is having a spell at full forward at the moment. He won the tap, but Vic Country got the clearing kick.
I think more they've moved Jack Watts into the ruck. Just hadn't really been able to get any impact on the game at all, so to throw him around and let him get a touch or two to help things.
He'll be in the thick of it here as he awaits the boundary throw and takes a long run up. Watts going up in ruck, gets the front spot, maybe got held out of it, maybe acted a little bit. Summers got a hand pass out there towards Bentick. Bentick tries to give the don't argue. He's disposed of it incorrectly, holding the ball. Free kick away for the Country. They get the kick up towards Sheehan. Plays on immediately, wheels around. Beautiful pass there towards McAuliffe. He got the hand pass away to the running player there in McDonald, and McDonald has a flying shot and it's through! Country get their second. They go to 2-2-14. Margin back to 4 points. The VAFA 3 straight 18 on the Bayford Group scoreboard.
Great movement there by Country. We saw the ball come through McAuliffe and then on to McDonald, who really used his pace, got free and drilled it.
Is McDonald playing for the right team?
He's a Bomb Beach man, so he's Morning Peninsula way. He's you wouldn't really class that as country football, but we're certainly glad to have him there.
Isn't Bomb Beach next to Chelsea or something?
It is, yeah. Seaford's after that, which is where St Kilda held their training facilities.
Exactly. Anyway, great goal by McDonald, and as Dave O'Neill said, fantastic transference of play. The big man Kirby tried to take it out himself, and this time umpire Monty will come in and ball it up again. I think that rain has dissipated a little bit, Andrew, because hopefully it won't ruin what should be a super game of footy.
Well, David Speedy might be able to tell us.
Dave?
Disappeared with the rain, didn't want to ruin the equipment.
Thank you, he did. Now Marcus Allen's got the ball and he'll get the free kick for a high tackle. Still down at the moment. And now he's just raising to his feet. The ex-Brisbane Lion, Marcus Allen.
Who looks nothing like he would ever have got near a Brisbane Lion, Guernsey.
No, well, that's what you said anyway, John. He's played good footy the last few weeks. Kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Great roving, kicking across the body. Phil Edgar, but one minor score. 3-1, 19, the Amateurs. Country Victoria 2-2-14. We've gone 20 minutes.
A classic piece of sharking off the pack then by Edgar, and just got forced wide by the country guy then to would just put him off getting a relatively easy snap, and ended up missing it, unfortunately.
Kick in's a dangerous one. Summers should chop it off. He just got a hand to it. Beattie at the back mops up though for the country. They're going to clear it well here, and they're already up towards half forward, towards the Sheehan direction. With him is Wintle. Wintle's happy to take it over, and we'll have a boundary throw just forward of centre for the Vic country. It's 14 plays 19, 5 points the difference here on the Bayford Group scoreboard. Thanks to Sky High Matt Dandenong, we've gone 21 minutes in the opening term.
Really good start to the game. Edgar up against Shaw. Shaw won the takeaway, got it to Summers. Quick handballs. End up there with Ross Young. Ross Young takes a bounce and then on the left foot goes up looking for Brendan Goss. He tries to turn his man around. He's dangerous in this situation. Brendan Goss goes around his body. It's going,
got it.
And it's in. Fourth goal on the board of the VAFA. First one to Brendan Goss. They go on to 4-1-25. The VCF Country Victoria 2-2-14.
Yeah, well, again, the Amateurs coming through, another left footer running and bouncing through the middle of the ground, and a really nice kick there from Ross Young, just over the back and allowing Goss to use his body nicely and nudge his opponent under it.
And he did do it well, didn't he? He stopped, propped, made sure he had the space, and then kicked it over the challenging smother. So
that's where you're going to see that a bit. I think the lack of awareness that Gossie wanted his right foot there as well from the defending team. Away they go again, the VAFA. Benting to Young, who sends it inside again. Probing ball up towards Goss. Can't quite take it. Vic Country under pressure. Patterson over the top of it. Hand pass comes out sideways. Watts dives over the top of the football. Couldn't quite win it. Nicely done there by Maloney. Kick to the pocket's okay, and Vic Country have got time to breathe. Baxter took the mark and kicked it wide. And they're at half back now, the Vic Country. Down the line, looking towards the weight direction. It goes over his head towards the boundary line. They keep it in. He kicks it round the corner now. Weight, lovely lead and mark out there from McAuliffe. So he plays on, comes to the middle of the ground, got a couple of options on. Kirby's one of those. The ruckman takes the mark. He might get run down if he's not careful. He gets his kick away in time for Lewis. What a pass. And the country can go back and line up and respond immediately. Really quality game, this.
I don't know if they've switched his number, the guy that had the shots early on, number 6, if Sheehan has switched and gone off or not. But again, it's Windle's man that was on the lead, and Windle very much a player that likes to zone off.
Yeah, Daniel Lewis, I think he's played for 3 separate states in these country competitions.
He's being zoned off here. Is Windle with a blood rule, so he'll come off the ground. And it was Kirby who went to Lewis, Goulburn Valley.
Goulburn Valley, onto Goulburn Valley, of course, opposition players when they're playing the Goulburn Valley. And before that, it was Ryan Waite from Redan getting it onto the chest of Michaela from North City, so another couple of Ballarat boys. So.
Grant Williams mentioned that this particular lad who plays for Marupna is not your typical looking Marupna boy, and then qualified that by saying he is from Queensland. For those people at home that are not watching it on television because you can't, he's got dreadlocks.
Long dreadlocks and long sleeves.
Yep, there's a multitude of ways you can be watching or tuning into this game through both the AFL Vic Country websites, VAFA TV, as Lewis comes in and just misses to the near side for one minor.
Big build-up.
So moves the score on to 2-3-15, I believe. I can't see where the goalpost is just obscuring it. 2-3-15, the Vic Country. The VAFA 4-1-25. It's a 10-point margin as we've played 24 minutes in the opening term on the Bayford scoreboard. The designated kicker kicks to himself, Cam Howard, and then goes out very wide. Kirby with the big thumping punch away. And the Tatura veteran, 35 years of age, 105 kilos and 194 centimetres. A big brute of a man, John Shaw, to take on today. They're in the ruck competition. Kirby won the takeaway. As far as Bayliss went back to Kirby, just brutally got through the pack. Kicked it up towards the half-forward line. Robinson leads out in the race for the ball. He's got Beattie all on his own. 40 metres out. Probably should have been a bit cleaner. He got the handball away to McAuliffe, who goes bang and puts on the goal
for Country Victoria. An even first quarter, a super first quarter, John Canis.
Well, look, I think that it has been a great first quarter, but that goal was caused by the player coming off the interchange bench and moved on his own in that area, and he fumbled the ball. Trent Zimbacks was on his man doing the right thing, but once he fumbled the ball just inside the 50, Zimbacks made the decision to go and try and pressure him, looped it over the top to Zimbacks' opponent, and a nice goal kick by McAuliffe.
Yeah, McAuliffe, he's done a lot of that for North Ballarat, so no surprise he's drilled that one.
Away go the VAFA through
Summers.
the middle of the ground. Summers sends it inside up towards the full forward line, towards Watts. Leading out in the race for the ball is Hartwig. He gathers for the Victorian Country though and sends it wide, although the kick's not necessarily a good one. Dropping in is Waller. He couldn't complete the mark. And a big pack forms on the outer side, spills out now sideways to Thompson, who got it backwards there towards McDonald. A series of hand passes is chopped up though by Bentic. He got the hand pass to Allen. Allen flying left foot shot from the pocket. He's missed everything. It's out of bounds on the full
kick.
Free kick will be taken in the right back pocket for the Victoria Country, to be taken there by Luby.
In the sunshine now, Andrew.
In the sunshine.
And I think the Vic Country boys are really hoping the sunshine stays around. They've picked a side full of key position players, and they'll be hoping that it stays dry.
I was actually thinking that they have shown some weakness on the ground beneath their knees. Oh, not a weakness, but they don't have a lot of good players below knee strength.
So the kick comes out here for McDonald, who runs around on the outer side of the wing, delivers down the line. Little nudge there from Beattie was okay. Goes over the back. First in the race for the ball, though, is Ambrose. Hand pass backwards, goes over the boundary line. He was hoping to try and get it to his brother. He couldn't do so. To Ambrose, as of course, Old Severians players amongst the best last week in their match against Old Scotch.
Great game of footy, 25 plays 22, 26 and a half minutes gone in the first term, barging through Maloney. He goes very long, right up to the top of the goal square. Campbell in front, punched away from him and a rush behind. 3-5-23 AFL Country Victoria and the VAFA 4-1-25.
Kick in goes short to Young. Goes back to Zimbacks, who got it. The give and go. Kick goes down the line to Croft, his collegian's teammate. Zimbacks got there, but followed up beautifully to Ambrose. Ambrose's kick is a dangerous one, but it's okay, and finds Win at half back. He goes to Howard, who wants to go across the ground. Ugly looking kick out towards Murphy. Ambrose, the bounce is going to elude him, is it? No, keeps it in. Hand passes over the top. He's going to make Robertson have to really work for it. He does well, Robertson. Hand pass back to Ambrose. Ambrose goes inboard towards his brother, Pat. Just bounced in front of him. Gathering the football in the middle of the ground is Mahon. Hand pass over the top for Summers. Summers right in the centre of the Junction
Beautiful
oval.
kick.
Delivers beautifully to Patterson. And Patterson marks on a long lead. Too far out to score. Goes to the pocket and Goss. And he's got him. And Goss can go back and line up from 30 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Well, some beautiful play from the Ammos coming out. They had good numbers through the centre of the ground. Admittedly, 4 of them did run past once there was a fumble, which concerned me a bit, but Summers stayed back and delivered a beautiful pass forward.
Patient play, and it really worked out through the ground well.
So Goss has got one. As we mentioned, I think we spoke to him pre-game. For those of you that missed it, he kicked 2 goals, 6 in the under-23 game over in South Australia. This is his second Big V jumper of the year. Kick is a beautiful one. Umpire doesn't have to move. We're right behind it here. We rode it all the way home. They go to 5-1-31, the VAFA. Goss has got 2. The VCFL, the Victoria Country, are 3-4-22.
Dave O'Neill, it's just been great transference to play both teams, isn't it? Good
It is. It's been an entertaining quarter, that's for sure. And I think that's one way the Ammos have got on top is their transference of players they've hit up their smalls and then onto their key targets where, Vic Country have fallen down a little bit heading up to centre forward.
Try to listen on my phone. There's about a 30-second delay on the phone, so go on.
Ruck contest. Kirby tried to take it away, couldn't do so. Bottom of the pack, quick kick away, only as far as Ryan Colbert. He now ends up now with the football. Gets a handball backwards to Ambrose. Ambrose kicks around his body up to the half-forward line. Held up on that occasion was Smithwick by Bayliss, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. John Canis, Brendan Goss, I don't know how he kicked 2 goals, 6, because we've seen him a few times. He's a beautiful
kick, yeah. Just have one of those days, I would say.
Well, he's kicked 2 goals straight today. Third man up, wins the takeaway, and that's Wintle for the VAFA, and Bayliss sees it over the line and out of bounds, and once again, we'll get a ball in. We've gone...
Wouldn't mind $1 crooks every time I've seen that third man up, Rat Wintle.
Exactly. Doing a good job.
Thrown in. Just attacking side of the centre for Victoria Country. Getting taken high there is Sheldon. He'll get a free kick. for Vic Country to clear off half-back. So what can he muster? Goes into the middle of the ground. He's going to really make Maloney work. He does pretty good job, but Allen was right there with him wearing the orange boots today. Maloney hacked it off the ground. It's going to work out okay. Just slipping on the surface there was Hartwig. Lost his feet. Edgar goes in and gets the football. Hand passes backwards for Ambrose. Hand pass to Mahon. Hand pass back inside. There's a dangerous looking hand pass, but it's okay there for Wintle. Comes away. Turned over. Beatty's now got it for the Country in the middle of the ground. He goes wide with a hand pass. That's okay too for Hollow. Hollow sends a nice ball up towards McAuliffe. He can't quite take the mark, but the fall of ball numbers with Country, although they all overran it, and it's going to be worked out away here for Waller.
Waller went to Robertson. Robertson went to Murphy Ambrose. They've turned it over. Came back to Robinson for the Victorian Country. Kicks it up 3-on-1. Amateurs have the numbers at ground level. Charging through very hard and copping one high. Might have been Luke. And the free kick will go the way of Linton. Sorry, number 25. Beyond the pole.
Yeah,
James Linton.
Clumsy play there from Wintle, and giving away a free kick.
And we haven't seen James Linton much so far this quarter, but he was best on ground in the 1v2 playoff at the WorkSafe Country Championships earlier in the year.
Geelong won it.
Yeah, Geelong won it, so he's comes with plenty of pedigree, and we'll back him in, hey.
So the boy from Colac. This to bring the margin back to 3 points at the 31-minute mark of the first quarter. James Linton backs Dave O'Neill and puts it through. And it's 4-4-28 Country Victoria, 5-1-31 the VAFA. Great first quarter.
Yeah, it is indeed. It is, and a mistake is punished. With the speed that the ball has moved around the ground, I mean, everyone is under pressure every time the ball comes through, and you've just got to be ready for it. Expect the unexpected, and make sure that you don't do silly things and infringe like that cost crucial goals.
That's right.
Thrown up in the middle of the ground. Knockout to Shaw. It's Bentic, hand pass backwards to Colbert. Slapped away from them by Hollow. Working it well is Collins, who sends the Country inside. But Robertson, who's played a pretty good first term, goes back and takes a mark for the VAFA. Sabid's Mentonian kicks wide to the outer side. It's a poor kick, though. Going back is the goal kicker, Linton, although it just beats him over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw and outer side centre wing. Late stages, 32 minutes this opening quarter has gone. 5-1-31 to 4-4-28. 3-point margin as we're in the shadows of the siren. Shaw got the knockdown, only as far as Bentic, who got dispossessed as he tried to get a hand pass away. Free kick plucked out going the Country's way. Colbert just getting in the back there of his opponent as Pendergast, and he goes back. He won't get time to take his kick. Siren sounds to end the first quarter. 33 minutes that opening term went. The VAFA lead at quarter time, 5-1-31 to 4-4-28. Goal kickers for the VAFA. Patterson has 2, Goss has 2, and Howard has 1. For the Country, all singles. Sheehan, McAuliffe, McDonald, and Linton, their goal kickers. We'll take a break on 96.5 InterFM and Aussie Digital and be back in a moment. This quarter, thanks to Winning Edge Presentations and the Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboards, sees the VAFA lead by 3 points. From the takeaway, it looks like Country are going to break through, crashing through Hollow. Hand pass comes out away here for Kirby. He sends a grubbing kick inside, but Robertson's back there to mop up. He got pulled off his kick as he kicked it, but he's still got it out towards Edgar, who almost took a great mark in his hands. Look at the pick up there from Maloney, though. Steps around one, delivers to the pocket. They've got players queuing up for it, the Country. And McDonald has taken the mark. He'll go back and kick, and should kick a goal from 25 metres out, almost directly in front. And
Xavier Maloney really showing why he was picked in this team in the number 1 side, even though his league isn't ranked in the top 10 teams. He picked that up nicely and had the vision to find McDonald.
Yes, I think the fact that he stayed on his feet was the turning point in that little excursion.
McDonald has done what his under-19 colleagues have done so frequently earlier in the match, and has just pushed it across the face of goal for a minor score. 4-5-29. Margin back to 2 points here as the rain again comes down at the Junction Oval, and the masses come into this main grandstand where we're broadcasting from. 2-point lead on the Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard to the VAFA.
Howard chips out to Ross Young, who takes the mark. Out of back pocket, and Young will chip up looking for Robertson. As we said, he's been very good today. He'll handball back to Cam Howard. Howard goes out very, very, very wide to Zimbarks and misses his target. And as the rain starts to team down here at the Junction Oval, hopefully it's only a passing shower, because it really is a good game of footy. Restart of play. Half forward flank for Country Victoria. Lewis up in the ruck on this occasion. Now the free kick not paid, and it came back out now to the VAFA, and they went down only as far as Kirby, the big man. He goes backwards to Luby. Luby on the left foot. Kicks up, but Smithwick takes the relieving mark for the Amos.
Got the radar up. There is a bit of a passing shower there for you, Crooksy.
Good on you, John.
Looks like it's gone.
Smithwick's kick was good for Croft, who gave it immediately to the running player through the middle of the ground, up towards the Young direction. Mopped up there by Burke, though, for the Country. He got it away to Kirby. Kirby's kick was wide to the outer side. Ambrose goes in. That's Pat Ambrose. Hand passes back towards Summers on hands and knees. That rain's starting to have a bit of an effect now. Ambrose got it back from Summers, who got it to the running Zimbacks. Hand pass wide to Colbert. Colbert got it out to Howard, who gathered on the half volley and kicked it up towards Edgar, who takes a good mark in his hands overhead. And the VAF have worked it to this near side. Edgar's kick to the pocket towards Watts, and he's got it. Good mark from Watts. Just popped it on the head there of the defending Burke, who was dropping in the hole, but Watts was good enough to take the mark.
He's done a good job, Edgar. Every time he's got near the ball, he's used it well. He's had time and poise with it, and setting Jack Watts up there in amongst a couple of Country boys, but certainly had the sit and put his big arms up, and it's pretty hard to get out.
It was a great grab in the conditions, really, with the rain starting to come down now.
So a 9 times Big V jumper recipient and wearer, Jack Watts, captaining in his 9th outing. Kick from about 40 metres, pops it through. Beautiful kick for goal. Kicks the first of the second quarter, takes the VAFA onto 6-1-37, extend the margin back out to 8 points over the Victoria Country, 4-5-29 on the Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard.
John, I heard him interviewed the other night, and he said that he'd modelled his game on Jonathan Brown. You coached him, I mean, in amateur sort of football.
Did he seriously say that?
Yes.
He's kidding himself. No, he does. I mean, he loves centre half.
John was his coach.
I'm glad you watch VAFA TV.
We get back there. Well, look, he probably does. He loves the rough and tumble, Jack. But I don't know. I think of him more as a ruckman.
Kirby got it up to Lewis, and Lewis took the mark. And he'll kick from 40 metres out directly in front as the rain starts to really team down here at the Junction Oval.
Best judge of the mark then, got the ball. He's the one that stayed back and took him up. The rest of the pack sort of fell forward.
I think that's being kind. That was rather fortuitous, I would have thought. Paul Kirby's got the free kick in the centre square. He kicked it long, and Lewis has just found himself waiting at the back.
So they kept it absolutely simple. Ruckman to full forward. Lewis has been inaccurate. He's already has 2 minor scores. They're 4 goals 5. They trail by 8. Lewis comes in and puts it through the middle. It's back to 2 points. 5-5-35. Trailing the VAFA 6-1-37. Second term brought to you by Winning Edge Presentations on the Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard.
Well, the amateurs have actually dominated out of the centre, especially like Bentic's been getting his hands on the ball a lot, a couple of times in succession, feeding off to Young. So one of the first Country breaks, getting the ball forward into that situation, and luckily for them, dangerous ball in and fell fortuitously, as you mentioned, David.
Yeah, that's right. And Paul Kirby obviously getting the free kick in the centre square helps. So
margin 2 points as the rain continues to team down here. Young just went past it on hands and knees, hand pass out there for the Country. Bentic gathers possession, hand passes to the man off the back of the square, Summers, and he kicks it wide to Colbert, who marks in his hands. He wanted to go immediately to Ambrose, who ran past. He's under pressure, Ambrose. Kicks off the ground sideways out towards Young, although it's all the Country back here. And the Country defender is just happy to take it over. It was one of the goal kickers, Shane McDonald, who takes it over the boundary line.
Situation there where Colbert really, ought to take consideration of the wet weather and not have gone for such a risky handball.
Shaw knocks it backwards. Smithwick just missed it. Crashing through there. Nicely done there was Maloney. Colbert chopped it off though and sent it inside, attacking 45 for the VAFA. Clearing off half back though as the Country, and it's a long probing kick up towards half forward. Summers in the middle of the ground, front and centre, traps the ball, sends it back inside towards Patterson. Punched away from him. The ball Young. Look at the gather. Hand pass Watts. Watts' little kick off the ground's not quite good enough. Edgar's there with it. Trying to kick it off the ground and unable to do so was Goss. It eventually goes through for 1 minor. 6-3-39 to that's the VAFA to the Country, who are 6-5-35. Thank you. Sorry,
5-6-36. Oh, 5-5 is it?
5-5-35.
So Sheldon about to bring the ball back in, and he chips in short to Thompson, who takes the mark. Back pocket, left footer. Thompson chips it in beautifully. Mark taken. Help me, Dave.
I'm not too sure of this one.
Thank you. It comes in now. And
that's
that man
hollow.
was hollow. Thank you. Kicked it long. And he probably didn't want to be named with a kick like that because he just kicked it straight out of bounds on the full. And the resultant free kick will go the way of Wintle.
6-2 that is, sorry. 6-2 to 5-5. 3
points the difference. Terrible conditions at the moment here at the Junction Oval. Hopefully it doesn't flood. And Wintle can pick it up, and the mark's been taken there by Bede Mann. So Mann, the Uni Blacks captain, chips in terribly short, misses his target in Howard. Ambrose also misses it. Charging through was Pendergast. He was wrapped up in a tackle, and we'll get a resultant ball up. We've gone 7 minutes in the second term.
Interesting to see if which side can adapt to these conditions the quickest.
Ruck contest. Lewis this time up from full forward. He got it down there to Waite. Waite kicked across his body. Bouncing. Robinson. Will he want to keep it in? He has to now. He stands up. Doesn't go anywhere, but he does it very well. Chips out looking for Summers, but he's opposing number 10 in Ryan Waite has taken the mark.
Sliding, diving mark it was.
Passing, Cooksey, just passing.
Yes.
Kick goes up towards the hot spot for the country. Massive pack of players, and umpire Monty has pulled out a free kick. It's going the way of Paul Wintle, who was just held out of that contest, or shepherded out of that contest by Guy Campbell, the skipper for Vic Country.
Nick Wynn.
Oh, sorry, Wynn, who was the recipient of the free kick. He kicks wide to the outside. Not a good kick. Going out towards the lead of Watts. He's going to be happy to see it over. He might get a free kick here, Watts, for in the back. He will.
Silly play there by Lee Burke. I don't think
he got stooged.
The ball was out of play. You think he would have just let it go.
Check that radar, please, John.
Yeah. Rain is absolutely pouring down now here at the Junction Oval.
We'll be gone shortly. We're just in the heaviest part of it.
Watts' kick to the outer side wasn't good. It went out of bounds on the full. So free kick for the country up towards half forward. 3 VAFA players flew for the mark. A couple of country guys stayed down. And when they stayed down, they just locked it up, and we'll have a ball up at left half forward for the country. David Speedy, how's that rain looking?
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic down here, boys. Did anyone bring an umbrella? And am I going to get zapped down here with this microphone?
Restart of play. It's on the outer side of the ground, 65 metres around from the country goal. They trail by 3 points. We've gone 9 minutes, nothing much happening. Hopefully we can turn this rain off. You guys that organised it for today, you should have had it on earlier. In the ruck, Lewis got it down, only as far there as kicking it around his body was Howard. Now the country try and get the ball away again, and they will do so on 3 handballs. Now they'll kick it long, right up towards the full forward line. Working hard, McQueen Muscamble. Ball came to ground. Quick handball from Micallef. Deep into the forward pocket. McDonald at the bottom of the pack. He couldn't get it. But the ball was kicked and then bounced over the line, and we'll get a throw in. 40 metres around from Country Victoria's goal. They trail by 3.
You'd reckon that the wet conditions would suit the bigger bodies throughout the afternoon if it continues on.
So McQueen Miss Campbell in ruck, only as far as McAuliffe, who just couldn't quite gather possession for the country. Lots of players around the football, including Campbell, who tried to crash his way through. Couldn't quite get it. Out the back here was Waller. Hand pass to Jack Watts, who's on the last line of defence. His kick's a good one across the face of goal to the outer side, and the mark taken by Colbert. Colbert's got Summers, who just kept sprinting. That's a 100-metre lead and a great effort to get across to the other side and take the mark at half-back. Summers. As he is forced to go down the line, it's all Vic Country back there, and the mark is taken and relieving for Lee Burke for the country.
So Burke, out of half-back flank, in absolutely teeming rain, went up looking for Lewis at the bottom of the pack.
Well done, Jack.
Now Jack Watts got the football, got it away to Waller. Waller's on centre wing, deliberately up to the half-forward line. Having to punch the ball away was Patterson on that occasion. The country got defenders back. But as you can hear in the effects microphone, it is absolutely teeming, and we'll get a ball up. This time 65 metres out from the VAFA goal.
Might have been a free kick there, I think, to Lee Burke, but the umpire missed that one.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Ruck contest. Who can take it away? Leading out in the race for the ball. No one can take it away at all at the moment. There's no clear possession. Now the country get it quickly up to the half-forward line. Leading out in the race for the ball was Sheehan. He can't take it. Lewis in support of him. No one can take the ball. It's nearly out of bounds. It's on the half-back flank, and now the ball's been cleared away by Wynn.
Wynn, ugly kick to Zimbacks. He gets it on the bounce. He runs back from the direction Wynn came and just thumps it out of bounds on the full. Poor execution there by 2 VAFA defenders in a row. 2 of the more polished VAFA defenders who we would normally see in Nick Wynn and Trent Zimbacks. Poor kicks on both occasions. Free kick will be taken by Lewis for the country. Probably a couple of kicks from home, although he goes the torpedo punt, gets onto it, it goes to the last line. Watts there is happy to carry it over as he thumbles the mark through. And it's one minor. It's 5-6-36 to 6-2-38, back to 2 points.
Ball brought in, McDonald dangerous in this situation. Balks around, McDonald kicks, and it's touched on the line. 1 minor score, and we're back to a point. 5-7-37 the VCFL. Is that a point to McDonald or a touch? I think rushed, wouldn't it?
I'd give it a point to McDonald.
I'll give it a point to McDonald.
Okay,
The
point to
country
McDonald.
boys all over the Ammos here.
They
They're really coming hard at them, and the Amateurs, it really should have been a goal.
12 minutes gone, second term on Aussie Digital, and 96.5.
Kick in short's okay this time. Finds Summers from Howard, who got it wide to Win. He's got Zimbaks on down the line. He wants him to come closer. He had to work for it, Win. Big crash in the body. A free kick's going to go the way. And in fact, they've played advantage. Howard got there first. Got it to Marn. Marn's kick down the line is okay towards Pat Ambrose, who marks, it's Bentic rather. He got it out towards Murphy Ambrose. Slapped it back in the middle of the ground towards Summers. Summers has got Wintle, who's run wide on the outer side of the ground. Good little switch of play,
kick.
but he's held up. Goes on the left, up towards Allen, goes through his hands, up towards Waller from 40 metres, delivers up towards the Goss direction, had to sit and wait for it, and streaming off half back is Barth, who clears for the country to the outer side of the ground, and Robinson. He spins around and kicks up towards half forward. Country are on here, they've got a chance, they had numbers everywhere, go to the pocket, and they've got their man. And the country's...
this is McAuliffe, Derek McAuliffe.
Derek McAuliffe. He's been troublesome for the Victorian Amateurs so far. He's got 1 goal so far today. He'll line this one up from 10 metres out on about a 60-degree angle in the pocket.
Hollow delivered it to him.
McAuliffe. McCampbell on the mark. McQueen McCampbell on the mark. Player going off injured there. We'll come to that.
Zimbak's got a cork.
Zimbaks, and McAuliffe in the meantime has missed to the near side. It hit the post, in fact. 1 minor. I make that scores level, is it?
Yeah.
True, but they don't.
5-8 to 6-2. On the Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard, we played 13 and a half minutes thanks to Winning Edge presentations.
The ball that was chipped up by Nick Wynn to Zimbaks, he had to sit and wait under it, and the country boy just sort of came in and spoiled it over towards the line, but took the side of his body out and corked his thigh rather badly.
He's
so
had
I reckon he'll. I don't think he'll get back out.
He's
Zimbaks.
had a pretty injury interrupted season too. Now Howard has the football for the Amateurs. He kicks up looking and finding his teammate in McQueen Muscamble. He gets the handball to Murphy Ambrose. Murphy Ambrose went looking for Marcus Allen.
Downfield.
Was there a down the field? Yes, it was. It'll go to Ryan Colbert. Now Colbert's got Edgar on. Edgar running onto the ball. Can he mark? Drops what he probably should have taken. Now the country defenders are working back hard. Was there a free
And
kick?
the back, yeah.
Yes, said the umpire. And the free kick will go the way of Brendan Goss, 25 metres out directly in front.
That's good transference of play there through the middle of the ground, but basically a Zavs player retention of the ball then through the middle.
Well, it was actually the country boys gave away the downfield free kick. They would have had the ball in the centre square, and they've that hip after he's kicked it has really cost them.
Yep.
25 metres out directly in front. Brendan Goss has 2 goals straight. We've got the scores as level at the moment. Goss comes in, and now they're a goal in front, the Amateurs, on the 7-2-44. Leading the Country Victoria AFL on 5-8-38. Goss has 3.
Yes, well, a timely goal for the Amateurs, and it was one of those situations where the play had been constantly at the other end of the ground, and they were good enough on their move forward to create and get the ball into a dangerous situation, and the country boy infringing over the top of Goss and resulting in the goal.
And he looks dangerous, Goss. He seems to be one of those players when the ball's in his area. He's very crafty. Doesn't look like the most imposing character in the world, but certainly seems to know to find the ball.
He's no robust boy, is he? No.
So the rain has stopped to just a gentle, steady flow at the moment. From the middle of the ground, Benty crashes through, hand pass Colbert, hand pass to Summers, although it's stripped away from him, and the country come again. This time through Beatty, who got it up towards the half-forward line, and Bongetti. He couldn't quite take it. Just a little give it and go there from the Amateurs. Again, Wynn got it stolen from Beatty. Nice hand pass into the space in front of him to Kelly. Hand pass over the top here to a chance for Johnson. And Johnson snaps and kicks a goal.
I think that's Sheen. That's Josh Sheen, I think.
Sorry, I've gone to the wrong page. You're right, Sheen.
And that's great work by Josh
Sheen.
Sheen, a big man in the wet. Didn't panic, steadied on the left and snapped it through.
Yeah, they obviously got the word to him that he was clear and steady, but Just a bit of a muck up there by the amateur boys on the boundary there with from Howard, and probably not creating enough of a block for the teammate there. I can't think who it was now to retain possession and get it moving. So a quick answer back again from the countryside, and it is a very, very even game.
Well, look, we've had 10 minutes of absolutely pouring rain, and the skills are still very good at the moment. This ground hopefully holds up pretty well with rain, although I know
it used to.
About 6 weeks ago we had a game called off.
But that was to protect it for the cricket
flooded.
season.
Yep.
They wanted to protect it, so.
Fair enough.
It's always been a good round.
And Shaw will contest in the ruck. The youth and the experience. Kirby wins it down. Bottom of the pack. Who can take it away? Country push it 10 metres forward. Only as far as Nick Wynn. He gets the handball to Murphy Ambrose. Ambrose goes out wide looking for Edgar. Charging through was Tim Luby for Vic Country. He pushes the ball in front of him. He makes 50 metres. He makes a kick's worth. He's still got the ball, Edgar. Ball comes to the bottom of the pack. Charging through Hollow. Free kick? No, I think there'll be a...
Yeah, dropped it.
Dropped it?
Oh, no, he's going to play
it's a ball in.
I might have played dropping it.
So we've got a ball in. Outer side of the Junction Oval. Very ordinary conditions at the moment. Big punch away by Kirby. Up to the half-forward line. Wrapped up in a tackle there was Wintle. The ball came to Murphy Ambrose. It bounces up towards Marcus Allen. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. We've got it all tied up. 7-2-44 the VAFA. Country Victoria 6-8-44. We've gone 18 minutes on Aussie Digital and SEN. 96.5.
Well done. It's thrown in. Take away again by Young. Kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Patterson tried to paddle it to the advantage of Edgar. It bounced back towards Patterson. Hand pass went out towards Waller. Waller got it to Bentic. Bentic to the pocket and Goss. Chance here for Edgar over the back. Bounce eludes all of them. Country will get a chance to clear here, although they just fumbled the ball at the critical time. Edgar manages to get there. Hand pass out sideways here towards Ambrose. Goes towards and close to the boundary lines eventually.
Oh, he's paid a free kick too high. Oh, thought he was going to play holding the ball, but no, he's given it too high.
Free kick's going to go to Pat Ambrose, wedged in that pocket. They're very deep pockets here at the Junction Oval. And a free kick to the Amateurs. They, a chance here, they lead by, no, it's all square, I make it, 7-2-44 to 6-8-44. And Ambrose looks like he's going to run round. Not really switched on, the Country guy. He corks it round, punched on the line. Is it going to be rushed through? It is eventually through for one behind. So they go to 7-3-45. That makes the margin a point in favour of the VAFA over the Victorian Country, 6-8-44.
This passing shower just won't pass.
Reading satellite weather when lesson one by Michael Crooks.
Just don't comment on it. Okay, it's a heavy shower and it's bringing the game down a little bit, but there's still great skill. And one of them displaying it's Kirby, and Kirby's got the ball. He goes out wide to Scott Beattie, been very good. And Beattie from Echuca United kicks the ball up towards the half-forward line. Lewis in front, tries to bust through the pack. He's got Windle tacking him. The long-sleeve jumpers soaking in the rain. Right on the 50-metre arc for Vic Country. No one can take clear possession of the ball. Umpire, please, ball it up as he does. 50 metres out. The margin is a point in front of for Victoria at the moment.
And it is heavier than ever, but the good news is once this is gone, it's gone for a while, Cooksey.
Thank you.
So it's easing up now as I speak.
Lewis again over the top, got the knockout on hands and knees. Country trying to get a clearing kick into the face of Murphy Ambrose. He doesn't budge, and we'll have a ball up left half forward for the Country. They trail by a point on the Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard. 21 minutes gone, second quarter. Live on 96.5 NRFM and Aussie Digital. From the takeaway, Howard got the kick, kicks it up towards the middle of the ground, sorry. Another pack of players forms and will just look like they let it go. No, ripping it out there nicely there is Luby. He got the clear possession out towards Colbert, though, of the VAFA. Crashing through nicely, Hollow. Spun out of trouble. Going in hard, McDonald couldn't quite gain possession. Kick off a step from Croft. Only as far there as Baxter, and he takes the mark for the Country.
So Chris Baxter's got the football out of wing. He chips in short, looking for, and not finding on that occasion,
Beattie.
Collins. Who was it, sorry?
Beattie.
Beattie, he couldn't take the ball. And now we'll get a ball up. David Speedy at ground level.
Rain has completely stopped down here and the ground is in magnificent condition.
Except where the puddles are.
Not where I'm standing, but out there it looks good.
Kirby got it away, only as far as Marcus Allen. Allen got it now to Ross Young. Now they'll start again through Ambrose. He gets the handball back to Allen. Marcus Allen goes long up to the half-forward line. Goss in front. Tried to take the mark. Good defence from Country Victoria. On this occasion, Luby. He goes long. Up towards Sheehan at half forward. He's got Robertson on his back. They both overrun the ball. Jared Robertson first to recover. Gets the handball back. Now they'll try and clear out wide. The ball bounces, stays in for the moment. Now it goes out in front of an unhappy James Linton, and we're going to pull in right on centre wing.
He's given the big shove there, James.
Yeah, I would have given it a free kick then.
I thought so too.
It's actually down the middle.
It's actually protected from where our position is, but it certainly looked from our vantage point that it was a little bit unnecessary.
Beatty on hands and knees, lots of numbers around him. Trying to get it out was McDonald, couldn't quite do so. Kirby goes in, sliding in dangerously. Linton into his own teammate. And the ball eventually tumbles over with Jack Watts there. And again, Linton just gives a little knee to Jack Watts in his ribs, letting him know he's there. Another boundary throw in, centering right in front of our broadcast position, in front of a packed main grandstand here at the Junction Oval. Watts gets front position, knocks it down. McDonald tries to win possession, comes out sideways. Allen just kicks it off the ground in a hurry. Working hard is Mahn, the Uni Blacks captain, can't quite get it. Taking it over the boundary line is Luby. We'll have another boundary throw in.
You mentioned those heavy bodies there, and Tim Luby's got some good size on him there, and if this game stays wet, you'd expect him to get better.
Thrown in, Watts again from the side. I give that one to Kirby. He goes Summers, slaps it forward to the advantage of Bentic. Beautiful pick up from Ambrose. Crashing through Mahn. He got strongly tackled by Beatty. Slapped out here. Another second effort by Mahn. Got it out to Young.
Kick.
Young to the top of the square. Patterson couldn't take the mark. Hands and knees. It's all Victoria country. Although snapping out of trouble is Waller. Has a flying shot at goal. Goes through for one behind. VAFA pushing here. 7-4-46. Margin out to 2 points now, 6-8-44.
Yeah, so
Royal Brunei Airlines scoreboard, winning edge presentations, 24 minutes gone.
Oh, and a bad kick in on that occasion by Maloney. He's gone straight out of bounds on the full. He slipped on takeoff, and the resultant free kick will go the way of Bede Mahn. Now, it's very awkward to kick the goal from here, so he's going to lead up to the presenting lead player in Ross Young, who's taken the mark, and he'll kick from 25 metres out, but a big angle.
Wrong side for a left footer, but he's a good kick.
Poor marking there from the country boys,
Was,
letting a guy run into the space like that.
So John's backed him in. Ross Young comes in, kicks, it's close, it's close.
He's going to give it.
It's
He's
a
going to give
goal
it.
to Ross Young.
He's domed it. Oh, no, we're going up the video.
We might have to go to the video. Now look, this will see if humans can make a decision. No, this is embarrassing. This is what I've prided ourselves on, not doing this rubbish. Anyway,
Your
after
decision.
all that, it's a goal. The VAFA going to 8-4-52, and the Victorian country 6-8-44. The margin 8 points, and John, you're right about his kicking. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a beautiful kick, Ross, and yeah, wouldn't have been phased. It's just a straight left foot kick and not one of those hook sort of type of kicks.
What about you,
Not a
John, though?
buddy.
Did you see that ball going over the post, or did you have it in as a goal?
I'm slightly to the right of you, so no, I thought it went just to the left-hand side of it.
It was certainly pretty close, that one.
Let's go to David Speedy.
Yeah, I managed to get right behind Ross Young there, and it was straight through the middle. He only had 4 to get it through.
Maxing lyrical there is David
You hear that,
Speedy.
Dave?
From the takeaway,
whinging.
the Vic country worked it forward through Waite, sends it up towards the full forward line. Working back there is Wintle. Hand pass out the back here towards Murphy Ambrose. He can't get it on hands and knees. Here goes Lewis trying to gather it. Free kick's been plucked out, and it's going the way of the VAFA by Merv Monty. Advantage paid to Wintle. Dropping in and taking the mark, though, is Collins, and that one was paid, even though he dropped it just a little bit late. Hand pass sideways to Burke. Burke goes back to Collins. Collins spots up a target inside, and it's a nice pass to Hollow. Hollow straight away plays on over the top, and a good mark to McDonald.
Really good
I
mark.
like this bloke.
Yeah, good mark. Just threw himself up, took it on his chest, and really gave Wintle no chance at all to make any impression on stopping him marking it.
He's a quality little player, and he's just crafty. He knows where to get into the right spots, and certainly hard at it. So that's the case. A lot of
crafty, hard at it little player. We love those.
Bloody
Bollocking goal-kicking midfielder was in the game notes today. Kick is not so good. It's out of bounds out on the full.
You give a man a rap, and he lets you down.
Misses everything. No change to the score. Still 44 plays 52.
Did you do those pen picks in the record?
I certainly didn't.
No?
I had to read them. There's some interesting comments.
Cam Howart's got the football.
Oh, look out, Jack's
He
got it.
elects to go very wide to Watts there on the outer side of the ground, and he got a handball away. Now he's got it to Nick Wynn, and Wynn goes up the line but too far. Misses his target on that occasion in Marn. Working back there was Baxter for the Countryside. A quick kick by Hartwig. Up the line on the overlap, they've got it, and they're going to try and bust through Sue Maloney. He kicks it long, right up towards the full forward line. Pushed off the contest, charging through there was Kirby, the ruckman. He was wrapped up. Umpire said he disposed of it incorrectly, and the free kick will go the way of the VAFA.
It's stiff not to get a free kick on the first mark.
Yeah, I thought McAuliffe was very stiff.
Yeah. Ambrose's kick didn't quite find the target. Sorry. And it goes over the boundary line in front of McDonald. So that was Waller's kick out of the back half.
Zimbax is about to come back on too after I've called him off for the rest of the game.
Yeah, knocked out by Watts. Howard slaps it forward about 5 metres in front of Linton. We'll have another boundary throw in, and Zimbax does come on, although he's going forward rather than going down towards.
Yeah, not a bad move. A quick little player on the ground just might eke one out.
So working to the front spot, Kirby got the clean possession and kicked it up towards the forward line. Robinson dropped a mark. Hand pass came back to Collins. Kick was smothered there by Croft. Trying to work it out. Waller, who kicks around the corner. And it's okay, just touched over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in just outside.
Very skillful kick. There was, to keep that not from going out in the full with the pressure he was under was a fair effort.
It's always interesting when you're seeing players that you used to be seeing in the midfield playing in back pockets. And Waller and Smithwick are two of those at the moment for the VAFA. From the throw-in, Watts toe pokes it towards the boundary line, and Summers sees it over. We'll have another boundary throw-in about 55 metres around from the country's goal.
But it's an ideal thing. I mean, if you can have really good playmakers on your half-back flanks, I mean, that's a dream.
28 minutes gone in the second term. Shouldn't go as long as the first. Hasn't been as many goals scored. Kirby got it down now. Big kick by Weiler up towards centre wing. Driving back, not taking the mark was Burke. Came to ground, went to
Summers.
Edgar. Edgar went to Summers. Summers went back. At the moment, he was looking there for Zimbarks. Didn't find him. Came back to Chris Waller. Worked it back to Zimbarks. He was wrapped up in a tackle. The ball's still in. Linton missed his man and nearly got his teammate. And we've got a ball in right in front of one of the coaches' boxes. James Linton, he's an interesting character.
He's an angry man. I must admit, it's the first time I've seen him play, but he's certainly comes with a lot of aggression.
The angry man from Colac, James Linton. Ball's ended up with Luby, kicks it long, up to the half-forward line now, over the back. This is dangerous for the VAFA. McQueen Muscamble's got to use his pace, which he's not really enamoured with. Came back to McAuliffe, and right on the siren, he's just missed his target. So the VAFA dodge a bullet, and at half-time, the Victorian Amateur Football Association in the representative game are 8-4-52. They lead the Victorian country 6-8-44. That margin is 8 points. On 96.5 Inter FM and Aussie Digital, we'll take a break. It appears at the moment, even though there's a little bit of a light drizzle to be finding up. We'll get the weather with John Canis in a moment. Here's the third quarter.
On 96.5 and Aussie Digital, Shaw got the knockout, although coming away with it from the middle is Hollow. He's been really impressive, only as far as Ellen, and then Hollow chopped off the Ellen hand pass. Hand passes over the top. They're going backwards here, though, the country. Now the kick comes forward, over the head of Summers, skidding ball off the deck. Chance at the back here for Luby. Flying shot at goal. He's got the first inside 30 seconds. Country moved the margin back to 2 points as they kick their seventh of the day. They go to 7-8-50, trailing by 2 points over the VAFA 8-4-52. Lovely goal from Luby. Great start for the country.
Yeah, great start, as you said. Moving the ball quickly, not worrying too much about finessing the ball. And that quick kick came in. It sort of bounced over a couple of guys, and Luby got on the end of it.
Man from Shepparton United has his first goal.
On the Life Care Sports Injury Casualty scoreboard, 52 plays 50. Thanks to Bendigo Bank East Melbourne. That goal came inside the first minute of play of the third term.
So far, 1 point, 4 point games have finished and 2 points in this one. Absolute thrillers in the St Kilda precinct. Tackled high, Sheldon. I think he'll get the free kick.
It is going to be on.
Few tempers frayed. Sheldon will get the ball and he'll play on sensibly. Break open. Go out wide. Looking for Baxter. But went over the top of him. It came down to Luby, who kicked the last goal up towards Sheldon. Punched away from him. From Sheehan in front now. Lewis tried to take it over. and he did so.
It was just a little bit, when they went back for that centre bounce, the country boys just came back and pushed a few of the boys there, and Summers one of them, and he went crudely at the country boy to give away the free kick then.
Unfortunately, rain falling again as Lewis tried to take it away. In front of the pack was Bentic. Bentic went underground. Off the ground, Pendergast can't take it. Ryan Colbert at the back of the pack. Ball came to ground. Smithwick kicked it away, but he didn't look where he kicked it, and he kicked it straight back to the country. And they've kicked it long. Up towards Lewis in front. Over the back of the pack, dangerously, but seen over the line and out of bounds, and we'll get a throw in. 20 metres around. Sun shining, rain pouring here at the Junction Oval.
Just looking for that rainbow to come and who it's going to shine on, and who'll find the pot of gold at the end of it after today. 52 plays 50. It's deep inside the attacking zone. Comes out the back here to Young. He dodges around a couple, taps it to the ground. McQueen Miss Campbell puts on a light shepherd, and Young's kick is a poor one. And Sheldon goes back and takes the mark for the country. Still a couple of kicks from home. On the left, he sends it back inside in the Lewis direction. Big fly from the pack. Back of the pack there from Sheehan. Couldn't quite take it. Clear and kick from Smithwick. Again, looks like he was kicking for touch. He gets the territory he wants. Maloney's there, tries to paddle it back in play for the country. Working on hands and knees. Sheldon hand pass back there to Hollow. Hollow goes backwards to Baxter. Baxter sits and goes wide to the outer side, and a mark is taken out there by Campbell, and the country can reset and reload again. So Campbell hand passes back to Sheldon on centre wing, sends it forward. Big fly from the side. Shaw punches on Lewis. Beautiful roving by McDonald. Up and under kick goes high towards Waite. Punched over the boundary line and out of bounds by Murphy Ambrose. They'll have a boundary throw in. It's 10 metres around from the Vic Country's goal. They trail by 2 points on the Life Care Injury Sports.
But dominating play here.
Yeah, Sheldon's really
Sheldon,
started.
yeah, just tries to.
He started this quarter on fire. I reckon he's had 4 touches already.
Restart of play, deep in the forward pocket. McDonald tried to take it away, couldn't do so. Handball from Ross Young. Went out wide, and now
Summers.
they drive it. Summers up towards the half-forward line. Dropping the mark on that occasion was Patterson, and the ball went over the line and out of bounds, and we'll get a throw in. Centre wing position.
There's the rainbow.
2 points the margin at the moment. The VAFA in front. Ruck takeaway. Came towards Beattie. He was wrapped up in a tackle, and the umpire has no choice but to come in and ball it up again. We've gone 4 1/4 minutes in the third term for the Bendigo Bank of East Melbourne on 96.5 Inter FM and an Aussie Digital, the Amateurs by 2.
Beattie got slung out of the tackle. Little hand pass couldn't quite find its way there across to Hollow. Amateurs are happy to see it over the boundary line, centre wing outer side of the ground.
The Amateurs have actually gone small forward. They've taken Jack Watts out at centre half forward and have got a predominantly smaller forward line, with Croft now playing out at centre half forward.
Thrown in. Shaw in ruck. Bentic tried to get a hand pass out to Ambrose, did so, got it to Allen, got it back to Young, who sends it inside on the left foot. Bouncing ball eludes most players, although Burke's back there first for the country, and he's happy to take it over for a boundary throw-in. Outer side of the ground, just inside, attacking 45 for the VAFA. It's their first entry of this term. They lead on the scoreboard by 2 points. The country have had all the play, but they've only managed a goal so far in the first 5 minutes of play. Boundary throw in big pack forms, not going anywhere. We'll have another ball up just inside.
And you mentioned that, John, the ammo's going tall, going short. Vic Country have gone tall. They've got 3 key forwards going around.
Thrown in, pack forms. McDonald again, he's been a star so far today for the country. It's crashing through Sheldon. He's going to get a free kick against Patterson for too high. So Sheldon coming up for, we reckon, about his 5th touch this quarter. Kicks on the left, wide to the outer side.
Oh.
Big fly from Lewis behind. Couldn't quite take it. Crashed the pack though. Summers beautifully picked up. Hand pass backwards to Colbert. He steps around his opponent.
Classic Colbert play there.
Just backpedaling and managed to step around. Got it to Bentic. Bentic's kick goes long down towards Patterson. Just got a little nudge. No free kick. He couldn't quite complete the mark either. Country there with numbers. Sheldon free on kick. Hands and knees. He might get a free kick.
Play holding the ball.
And it's going to be done for holding the ball. The free kick's going the opposite way, for which we thought it might have gone. Sheldon just maybe ducking into that tackle instead of being claimed too high. Instead, he gets done for holding the ball. Pat Ambrose now sends the ball inside for the Amateurs. Tumbling torpedo kick. Wasn't a very good executed kick. And at the for the ball, Howard might be a chance here to snap a goal. Flying shot. He's got it. So Howard just waited for the ball. It spilt out. He threw it on the left boot and kicked it through for a goal. His second of the day. He kicks the VAFA's ninth. They go to 9-4-58, leading back out to 8 points now, 7-8-50, the Victorian country.
Andrew, you said Mongrel kick in, but as we said during the under-19 game, when a ball came in really ugly, and when the trajectory of the ball is not predictable, and if it lands in a decent spot, a dangerous spot, it is a very, very dangerous ball to defend, and that's what happened there.
And I think Vic Country really fell down there. They were like bees in a honeypot. They all hit the deck looking for that ball, whereas 4 or 5 of the ammo boys sat out the back, and Howard was on the end of it.
Yeah, so, you know, a goal in some ways against the play, although for the first 5 minutes of the quarter, although the Amateurs did start to move the ball forward a little bit better and regain some poise.
7 minutes gone. We're back to the half-time margin of 8. McDonald gets the handball away as far there as Hollow. Hollow has turned it over. It's ended up with Ross Young. Ross Young goes out wide. Summers out there with Ambrose. The ball now on the ground. Comes back to Marcus Allen. And the old Zavarian got it back to Summers. Summers went into the centre where he found Bentic. Bentic on the overlap will go back now. Quick handball away has ended up with Marcus Allen deep in the forward pocket, 60 metres out. Goes up towards the full forward line. Leading out in the race was Patterson. He kicks around his body, high up and under. Did it go the distance?
Oh, mark.
Yes, said the umpire.
Sandy
Great mark
Robinson
taken
there.
by Sandy Robinson deep in defence. Robinson switches play now. Coming out to this side of the ground where the mark's been taken by Bath. Under a cloud with a hand injury. Bath up looking for McDonald. This could be a turnover. Punched away by the Amateurs. Only as far on this occasion there. And getting the ball and getting the handball away was Howard. Howard got the handball away, and now they're going to be turned over in the country away.
They are indeed, and they go through Hollow. He kicks up towards half forward. McQueen missed Campbell with a 2-on-1, and Smithwick was there to help him out. His kick's a good one and finds Waller, who marks in front of the interchange gate.
Straight out of the interchange gates he was, actually.
So Waller kicks up towards Pat Ambrose, and he's taken a really good mark in the front spot there, Pat Ambrose. Strong mark, was in contention to play for Essendon's VFL side today. Got the call earlier in the week and said, no, you can play for the big V. Kicks up towards half forward, up towards Goss, who got the hand pass to Ellen. Ellen got tackled. Edgar goes in on hands and knees. Can't quite get it. Country resolute in their defence. Managed to kick it clear, do they know? Could be a free kick in the back. It's going to be paid. It's a tough call, but it's just one of those ones that you see occasionally, and Bentic's going to get the free kick and go back and line up for goal.
Mounting something here, the Amateurs. They've had a good 5 minutes of play, and you'd expect Bentic, with his experience, would not have a problem with this.
We've seen a lot of shots from this area of the ground today, and a lot of them fade right, although with that
with the rain, it's probably changed the winds.
The wind's probably died off a little bit, but Bentic's showing his experience there, just getting them, falling to the ground and letting the guy crash into his back.
When it was predominantly in the side a bit, wasn't it?
So Bentic, we're right behind it here from our commentary position. It's taken a while as he comes in and crosses the 45-metre line. Kicks from about 42 metres, has pushed it across the face. It won't quite make the distance. Patterson flies for the mark. Can't quite take it. Numbers with the country, and they'll clear through McDonald.
So McDonald goes backwards and goes deep out into the back pocket.
Crafty.
They've got the ball out there now.
That's Bath.
It's Bath, and he goes long, right up towards the centre of the ground. Bayless on top of the football, came to ground, went to Waite. Waite went out wide. Looking out there, trying to find his man there.
That's
Once
Linton.
again in Linton, number 25 from Colac. James Linton wrapped up in a tackle. Will there be a turnover? Yes, there will. Ended up with Ryan Colbert. Colbert goes down the line, finds his old Tavarian teammate in Pat Ambrose. Outer wing, Ambrose up towards the half-forward line. 2-on-1 contest. Pattinson in front. Pushed away by Robinson and over the line and out of bounds. Half-forward flank. Gone 10.5 minutes. It's the Amateurs 9-4-58. Country Victoria are 7-8-50, and that margin's still 8.
Thrown in right on the 45, crashing through the Amateurs, although they can't quite get it on hands and knees. Kick comes out sideways, smothered. Ball just about 40 metres out from goal. Nicely done there by Thompson. Got around a couple, got it away there to Bayless. Bayless's kick's not a good one though. It's chopped off there by Colbert. David, I might just get you to check out on Zimbax. He's on the tread bike just next to the interchange
25.
bench. Just see how he's going. And there's been a 25-metre penalty paid here against the country, which will bring Colbert to about 46 metres. I still don't think he's got the distance from that range. but he can certainly send it deep into the VAFA. Look, he plays on straight away to the running Howard. Steps around one, steps around another, on the left, flying shot at goal, and it's just offline for 1 minus score to Cam Howard. He's got 2 goals, 1 today. The VAFA go to 9-5-59 to the country 7-8-50. 9 points the margin here on Life Care Injury Sports Injury scoreboard.
Normally you'd think that Cam Howard would nail that. He just got forced wide, had to take the extra step.
I think he was off balance the last step, wasn't it? In the end, he missed quite...
David down on the bench has got some use.
David?
Yeah, just a corky, boys. He'll be fine. He'll be back out there soon.
So Trent Simbucks, like I said, every time we call him, he seems to get injured. I don't think he'd like to see us here from 96.5. Maloney kicks the ball to himself. Now he elects to go out very wide. Looking out there for Burke. He can't take the mark. Allen tried to keep it in for the Amateurs, couldn't do so, and we'll get a ball in right on the 50-metre arc.
Yeah, boys, we've got Sandy Robertson here for the Vic Country playing the ruck at the minute. He's, of course, plays for Port Fairy, who haven't won a game in the Hampton League yet, so it's a good effort for him to make the team.
And he's doing a good job there across half-back. Now McDonald had the ball taken away from him. Good effort. Ended up with a trainer handballs from Summers to Edgar. Edgar got wrapped up in a tackle. Hard pressure there from Vic Country. At the bottom of the pack, Bath got a quick handball away. Didn't go that far. Went as far as Wake. Now they've still got the ball. Bath at the bottom of the pack. Also Thompson coming in hard for Vic Country. Now Patterson got the ball.
Goss.
The ball came from Brendan Goss. And Brendan Goss went bang and kicked another goal, and that's his 4th. And he's very good around goals.
Just a goal from nothing there, really. The pressure seemed to be immense from both sides there, and Goss just seemed to rise above it, take the ball.
Well, that is what he is. I mean, there was a fantastic defensive set of plays there from the country boys to keep the Amateurs out. Everyone knew it was a hot ball. Everyone trying not to offend, to give away a silly free, and then suddenly it swept up into Goss's hands, who seemed to have more time than anyone else, and just kicked over his right shoulder and kicked truly. So it was a great pressure piece of play, like fantastic effort from both sides, but the class of Goss nailing an important goal for the Amateurs. 4
goals to Brendan Goss, and we're out to a game high 15.
So just another blood rule there as players come off. David will check who were the players that came off there with that blood rule. Kick off the back of the square from Waite as the country try to clear. Only up towards Hollow. Thump forward in the Lewis direction. He sort of threw it out the back, only as far as Waller. He got a hand pass wide there to Young. Young's hand pass wide to Colbert, who's had a stack of it on the wing on the outer side this term. His kick's not that good though, and it's chopped off by Ryan Waite for the Victoria country.
Need to give it a bit of air to give Jack a chance. Jack Watts a chance then.
So Waite's kick is partially smothered by Watts, who, when he was called to play on, Watts ran forward and got hands to the ball. Country under pressure here, under real pressure off half-back. Burke's kick around the corner goes up towards the wing position. Gathering the football is McAuliffe. He sort of hand-passed it back inboard. It comes out towards Howard, who just overran it. Chance now running on here for Maloney. Got dragged down in the tackle, holding the ball. Great tackle, great chase there by Ben Smithwick, and he gets the free kick for the VAFA.
So Smithwick goes to Summers right in the middle of the Junction Oval. Been very good. Kicks it long up to the danger man in Goss. Great defending on this occasion. Oh, that was Bath who got the ball away from Goss. Goss has got a secondary chance. It overruns him. Jack Watts at the bottom of the pack. Keeps it alive for Marcus Allen. The danger man Goss. Left foot just goes to the left. 1 minus score. He blots his copybook. He has 4 goals, 1. Amateurs on to 10-6-66. The country a 7-8-50. We've gone 15 minutes in the third term for the Bendigo Bank of East Melbourne and Life Care Community Sports Injury Casualty. That's their scoreboard on 96.5 Inter FM and Aussie Digital. David Speedy.
Yeah, Tyson Hartwig is the one down here. I think
hang on, we'll get back to you in a second there. Kick in was poor, hand to it, Goss falls to Allen, lines him up and hits the post.
David?
Yeah, Tyson Hartwig. They're just checking for a broken nose. I'll ask the doctor when he's finished with him.
So, potential loss of a player there for the country. That behind takes the VAFA to 10-7-67.
And Hartwick's a very solid key defender, and in these conditions he'd be a big out if he wasn't able to come back on the field. But you think they'd straighten that up and get him out there quickly as can.
Depends on their pain threshold, doesn't it, I suppose?
No, you get on with it.
Get on with it, says John. Ken's here. He's saying he'd play with a broken leg. Then the Bulls come to ground. Country could be away on this occasion. Bayliss kicks the ball across his body. Up to the half-forward line, leading out Hollow in the race for the ball.
Well done, Summers.
Dispossessed by Summers, who's come right into the game. Can't get
On
the
the ball
handball
there.
away. I think
Go
he
on
had
there.
prior opportunity. He did so. He held onto it, and the free kick will go the way of Baxter. So Chris Baxter's got the ball from Terang Mortlake in the Hampton League. He goes long up towards Lewis in front. Windle at the back. Lewis on the second attempt. Couldn't take the grab. Bottom of the pack. Nick Wynn channels it out to his opposite, number 13, in McDonald. McDonald goes backwards to Luby. Luby's kicked the goal in this quarter around his body, and the mark has been taken there by Linton.
Now,
The one
there it is. A couple of players had a go with the ball, ferreting around, not knowing whether to go forward or not. Finally, one of them just went bang, due to lack of opportunity with creating anywhere else. Get it in there, and you never know your luck.
And the thing is that James Linton, who had a shot from a very similar position in the first quarter and drilled it from here, so would we back him in again? Wet ball this time?
You going to say yes, Dave?
I'm backing in him.
He's backing him in. He's 50 metres out. Comes in to the city end, and he kicks. If it's got the carry, it hasn't. It was very accurate. It just went 47 metres instead of 50, and 1 minor score. 7-9-51 the Country, 10-7-67 the Amateurs, 17.5 gone.
3-man tall forward line there rather than a 4-2, and it's the Amateurs that had the smaller bloke that pushed it through rather than having a Country player on the deck to get the spoils of that pack.
That's right. The big fellas just aren't bringing down the marks at the minute.
Howard to himself to the outer side, but it's coming straight back as the Country kicked it inside. It was a poor kick though, just rushed it, had more time than he thought there. The boundary throw will take place 30 metres around from the Victorian Country goal. They trail by 16 points, 7-9 to 10-7 the VAFA's way after an early Country goal. It's been all the VAFA since then, but now the Country have a chance. Thrown in. Shaw got the knockdown. Crashing through for the Country there. Linton, can he get it? No. Hollow's there as well. Ripped off him by Murphy Ambrose. Big pack forms. Not going anywhere. And we'll have a ball up just inside. Attacking 45 for the Country.
Restart of play. 45 metres out from the Country goal. Kirby back in the ruck against Shaw. Ball came to ground. Quick handball by Bentic. He went to Murphy Ambrose, out wide to Ross Young. On his trusty left foot, he goes around his body, right up towards centre wing. It bowls them all over. Xavier Murphy working back hard for the Country against Marcus Allen, who couldn't take the ball. And now Waller's got the ball, but it's gone over the line and out of bounds, right on the outer wing. 16 points the margin, 19 minutes gone in this third quarter. At half-time, the margin was 8. Country started this quarter well, but the Amateurs just on top lately. Quick handball, Luke Collins away. They drive it up towards the half-forward line. Good strong mark on that occasion taken by McDonald. He's been fantastic. Gets the ball away. They drive it for the Country right up to the top of the goal square. Dropping what he should have taken was Luby. Luby's got the ball. He ducks around. He gets himself in all sorts of trouble. Left foot banana, Tim Luby. Just to the skinny side and 1 minor score. 7-10 plays 10-7, margin back to 15. Probably should have taken the mark.
Dangerous players there in Luby and McDonald, who've been good players for them, but a great spoiling effort by Nick Wynn there.
David?
Yeah, looks pretty right. Just about to go back on. Got a little bit of a bump under his right eye, but he should be fine.
From the kick out, chopped off by Waite, coming back with interest via Hollow, who sends it up there. Wynn just dropped another mark that he probably should have taken. He'll get away with it now. Left foot kick goes out wide towards Wintle, and Wintle takes the mark. Sorry, Colbert it is out on the outer side of the ground, who takes the mark in the left back pocket. His kick goes wide to the outer side up towards Croft. Couldn't quite bring it down. It's going to come back again through McDonald for Vic Country. Up towards the forward line, and Luby punched away from him. Will have a boundary throw in 10 metres around. Done
a great job, the defence, the amateur defence down there with the dangerous balls coming in. Another good spoil.
And the ball's just being bombed in by the Country boys at the minute, and they're key forwards. They're tall and athletic, but I don't know if they're going to mark too many in these conditions.
So throw in. Shaw got to the front spot, knocked it down. On hands and knees, Colbert couldn't quite get Clinton possession.
Did well to keep the front spot then, because he was nudged under it, but just stayed there long enough to drag the ball with him and put it down into a defensive spot.
Knockout that time from Kirby to Smithwick, whose kick was smothered, goes backwards. Chance here. Young is on the last line. Hand pass is okay there Gets it out to Shaw. Shaw's hand pass is out to Wintle. Wintle got it away to Murphy Ambrose. Kicked off the ground by Young. Found it out to Colbert. Colbert hooked it around the corner up towards Croft. Had a couple to beat. Crashing through. Nicely done by Watts. Got rid of a couple. Went towards Bentic. Bentic's hand pass was smothered. On hands and knees doing well as Thompson for the Country. And the Country have won the football here. They're going to send it back inside through McAuliffe. McAuliffe hand passes across to Beattie. Beattie hand pass across there to Bayliss. Bayliss has a couple to beat. He gets it back to Beattie on the left. Flying shot at goal to an open goal square. Goes across the face, one behind. 7-11 53.
Maybe went one too many handballs there. They tried to share the football, but they just couldn't quite.
Yeah, it's all about the amateurs closing down the space there and forcing them to go one too many, which was the thing there.
7-11 53 to 10-7 67. Life Care Sports Injury Casualty scoreboard. Bendigo Bank East Melbourne. We've gone 22 minutes.
Howard went to Colbert, and Colbert's knocked up getting possessions. He goes back to Cam Howard, who's taken the mark.
Having a good period, the Country boys have taken over the last 5 minutes after the amateurs had the previous 7.
It's just they're just not converting on the scoreboard, John, are they, at the moment? They're not making the most of their opportunities. They're going to get another one now, chipping it deep up towards Lewis at full forward. Can't take the half volley. Beedman got the ball away to Ambrose. He went for the handball to McQueen Muscamble. Deep in the back line. He went backwards now. The ball ends up with Nick Wynn at half-back flank. Wynn goes long, right up towards the centre wing position. The free kick's been paid to Jack Watts. He's got Phil Edgar on. Elects not to go that way. Watts goes the other way, up looking for Summers, his University Blues teammate on the half-forward flank. Summers in front of Robinson, tries to get around him, does so, does well, kicks it long, right up towards the full forward line, punched away from Pattinson. Ball came to the ground, went to Jad Bayliss. Bayliss kicked the ball long, only as far there as the amateurs who drive it long through Shaw, right up towards the full forward line. Goss lurking at the back. The ball went forward, ended up with Brendan Goss. This time he kicked on his right foot and it hit the point post. He's always dangerous, just lurking in the forward line.
He just knows when to evacuate a situation and lurk out the back, and he's very entertaining to watch. But really a chance gone begging there from the amateurs.
We see the versatility of Guy Campbell now playing at full back after playing the first half at full forward. And
doing a better job.
That's what's made him such a great player over the years.
67-53, 23 gone.
Big punch away from the Country, almost on the full from the ruck contest, and that would have been a bad free kick to give away. But that rule, of course, if the ruckman knock it out on the full, it's a free kick. Goss's birthday today, his 23rd birthday. He's got four goals as a birthday present so far. I'm sure he'd much prefer a victory for the VAFA to celebrate tonight. Throw in the pocket, not able to take possession. Baxter comes out the side here, just over the head of Beattie. Ambrose hand pass back to Howard, has to kick on his right foot, up towards Watts. Punched away from him, couldn't take it. Campbell does the front and centre roving. Hand pass away to McDonald. McDonald kicks it down the line towards Lewis, and he's going to get a free kick here, Lewis, going against Paul Wintle for a little hold on the jumper. It's been a bit of a handful of time, Lewis.
Yes.
You reckon that was there?
Yes.
That was just a good contest.
I thought it was a good contest.
He held his hair.
Lewis was looking for the man running past, who ran to the interchange gates, and he's forced to go on. It's worked out okay. He took the man on, kicked to the top of the square. Kirby has taken it, plays on, kicks the goal.
He's kicked it.
Well, there you go.
Magnificent goal from Kirby. Great goal from the Victorian countryside. They go on to 8-11-59. Margin cut back to 8 points now. VAFA 10-7-67 on the Life Care Sports Injury Casualty.
You explain what happened there.
Well, how do you explain that? He was trying to give the handball off to the man who was running off into the interchange. And of course, he had his back to him, so he ended up going in itself.
Well, he had to play on because he'd gone over his mark to go and give the handball to the drawn handball, then weaved his way through about 3 players.
Had a bounce and drilled it long.
So the man from Marupna combines with the man from Tatura to put the margin back to 8 points. We've played 25.5 minutes. That was the goal of the day. I don't think it was originally planned to go that way.
Kicked it to the top of the 10-yard square where the resting ruckman's managed to push McQueen Muscamble out of it, grab it in one hand and kick it over his right ear hole.
It's no
straight through the high little diddle.
To get McQueen Muscamble off the ball like that, but he's a big man, Paul Kirby, and he's done a sterling job. Country right back in the game. There's only 8 points the difference. Deep into time on in the third quarter. 26 minutes gone. Ball out towards this wing. Leading in the race for the ball, Mann. And he sees it over the line and out of bounds. The Country boy himself, Mann, isn't he?
Oh, he is, yes. Yep.
The University Blacks captain. The ball brought back into play. Shaw wins the takeaway. Nearly got it to Ross Young. Went to McDonald. Been magnificent. Kicks the ball across his body. Nick Wynn in front. And on that occasion, he was in front of Luby and saw the ball over the line and out of bounds. 55 metres around from the country goal. 26 and a quarter minutes gone in the third quarter on 96.5 Inter FM and Aussie Digital. And the margin is 8.
Thrown in. Country doing all the attacking in the last 10 minutes or so. Wynn manages to work it towards the boundary line and he'll take it over for a boundary throw in. 8 points the margin, 67 to 59.
Key period in the match now coming up with a goal to either team would really be pivotal at this moment.
It was 8 points the margin at halftime. It's the same margin at the moment. So at the moment we've got a stalemate for this term. Wynn got ridden into the ground, but it came out to McDonald. Chance here for Hollow. He goes backwards with a big hand pass over the top of the head of Maloney. Couldn't quite gather it. On hands and knees, Linton goes through, trying to gather it. Can't do so. Comes away here for
Young.
the Amateurs through Young. Massive kick up forward. For the first, Goss couldn't read it. First to read it there was Bath. He gets back there first and kicks it off the ground. Through for a behind from about 25 metres out. And it's a rush behind to the VAFA. They move on to 10-8-68. Margin out to 9 points now, 8-11-59. Life Care Sports Injury Casualty Scoreboard.
Was that a deliberate rush behind? Was that
Well,
pressure?
Goss and Watts, two of it, blokes never short of a word appealing for it.
Out of the back line comes Maloney. He goes very, very wide. In fact, too wide. Yes, it was too wide. And we'll get a resultant ball in. We played 27 and 3/4 minutes in this third term. The Amateurs lead by 9. They led at quarter time by 3 and half time by 8. So always been in single digit figures. Ball comes out to Hollow. Hollow gets a handball away. Free kick being paid. It'll go the way of the Amateurs. Bottom of the pack, is that Young? Quick handball away. Amateurs go long through Summers, right up towards Jack Watts. Was it touched? Yes, it was. Touched the paw of Jared Thompson and through for 1 minor score. 10-10-70 leads 8-11-59, 28 gone. Third term for the Bendigo Bank of East Melbourne.
Did well there, Thompson.
Yeah,
Got
he
to
did.
infringe, got the fist in.
Watts was looking like he was going to grab that.
So the Country come to the near side in the direction there of Robinson. Couldn't quite bring it down. Patterson there just pokes it forward to Allen. Summers tries to pick it up, couldn't do so. Linton put on some great pressure there. Country will come away with it. Kick comes out to Hollow. Gathers it on the bounce. Hand pass backward there for Thompson. Thompson runs around and kicks a little low ball along the ground up towards the half-forward line. Nicely done. Free kick is
Saw the jumper.
going.
Smith had hold of the jumper.
Yeah, free kick going the way of McAuliffe. Kicks over the top, down the line towards McDonald. And it goes out of bounds just in front of the pavilion there.
Pretty close to best on, isn't he, McDonald?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I think he'd be Vic Country's best, that's for sure.
And we'll have a boundary throw in 40 metres around from the Vic Country goals. It is a 9-point game. Sorry, yep, 9-point game. Just can't see the score behind that goalpost at the moment. 10-point game, I think it is. 8-11 to 10-9. From the takeaway, hand pass comes out to Pendergast, stolen off him by Mahn. Mahn kicks up towards the wing, just pushed under the football there as Ambrose. Got taken out of it there, but well done by Waite. Strong tackle on him by Young. Howard goes in and mops up, just ran into Mahn, got a hand pass to the running Murphy Ambrose, who ran into trouble, got it back to Howard as a siren sounds for three-quarter time. And we have a fantastic game on our hands here. And a
Siren's gone.
Siren's gone and a free kick's been paid. I'm not sure if they necessarily heard it. I don't think the players have heard the siren necessarily. So the siren has
But it's all about when the umpire hears it, though.
So yeah, it is about that. So the siren has now gone. Free kick's going to go back to Waite. I presume it was for a throw against Howard for incorrect disposal. I'm not sure. Is he going to have a kick from here? No, he's not.
Going to embarrass him.
The umpire has called an end to it, and the teams will go into their huddles. At three-quarter time, it is the VAFA 10-9-69 leading the AFL Victoria Country 8-11-59. It's a 10-point margin. The VAFA won that quarter by 2 points. It was 8 points.
The last 3 games they've been less than a goal. There's 10 points the difference. Here's the last term with Andrew.
Thrown up in the middle of the ground. What can the Country muster? They trail by 10. Bentic got first hands on the football. Hand pass towards Young. It got kicked off the ground and straight towards the interchange gates. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of our broadcast position in front of a packed main grandstand here at the Junction Oval. where the VAFA kicking to the St Kilda end of the ground. Kicking to the main scoreboard end of the ground. The Country to the St Kilda end of the ground in this final term. Beattie wins it out. Summers, hand pass backward to Murphy Ambrose. Hand pass to his brother Pat. Hand pass to Wynn, who dropped the football as he came through. Went back and picked it up and kicked it forward. A couple of Country guys didn't talk there. Sheldon was one of them. He was good enough to go back and get it. Threw it on the boot. Kicked it up towards the forward line, and McAuliffe, he couldn't quite take the mark either. Managed to pick it up and kick it up towards half forward. The kick came off the side of the boot and it slings out towards the boundary line. Keeping it in though is Luby. Kicks it to the hot spot. Getting in there is Murphy Ambrose. On hands and knees it came off his thing. Here's Kirby. Hand pass back to Beattie. Snap on the left. Across the face of goal for one behind. And so the Country get the first score of the final quarter. They go to 8-12-60. Margin back to 9 points. 10-9-69 on the Winning Edge presentation scoreboard. Thanks to McDonald's, we've played a minute in the final term.
Incredible kick there out from Sheldon from that halfback. He just turned around on that lazy left foot and thumped it like 50 metres downfield to well and truly to advantage of one of his teammates.
That's the eyes in the back of your head, or he knew McAuliffe was there, so...
Cam Howard's kicked it to himself and then gone very long up looking for Shaw. Dropped the mark. Ball came to ground. Quick kick around the body on this occasion. It was Young, and the mark has been taken by Sheldon. Now the left footer Sheldon telling him to go in towards centre half forward. He kicks it long. He kicks it 50 metres up looking for Lewis. And Lewis stands firm and takes the mark in front of John Shaw and Rat Wintle.
Hasn't had a great day on him at all, Rat. He's just been a bit too loose, and it's a different kettle of different kettle of fish. What is it?
He might think he's playing on his brother.
Whatever it is. Well, that's right. I mean, different to the club footy. You're playing, against 6 good players in the back line, and you've just got to.
But I'm saying Daniel Lewis looks like his brother Mouse Windle, doesn't he? With that sort of hair.
So I was too busy trying to get myself out of trouble with words then to listen to what you were saying.
So Lewis, he'll kick. The man on the mark's 40 metres out. He'll kick from 45. This to bring the margin back to within 3 points. It's a very deliberate approach. He has one goal too. He comes in. The drop punt is on its way and it's there. And his teammates love him. They all go over there, give him a pat on the back. He's very bullish about it. It's back to within 3 points. 9-12-66. Country Victoria. The Amateurs 10-9-69. We've gone 3 minutes in the last quarter.
Just a very important goal there, the first one of the final term, and it's back to 2 points. It's anyone's game now, and we are sitting at 4 points. Sorry,
3 I think.
3 points. Whatever.
In between.
We can't see the scoreboard because of the goalpost, but look, it's a great start for the Country, and they've got to tighten up down there, particularly him because he's been good.
So here they go again through Hollow, although a strong tackle's laid on him by the ruckman Shaw, and he's been pinged for holding the ball. Got spun around a number of times, bit tough on him. Shaw's hand pass wasn't a very good one to Summers, but he was good enough to go back and get it. Got it back to Bentic, who sent it in towards the Watts direction. He gathers it now on the bounce. Hand pass to Smithwick on the left, has a flying shot. He's kicked it, just snuck in for a behind to Ben Smithwick. So the Ammos, they're going to need to kick goals. It's a behind though, 10-10-70. Margin out to 4 points, 9-12-66.
Good movement.
Go down to David Speedy.
Yeah, just on Trent Zimbacks, he's iced up and I think he's done for the day. Just threw on the bench for the VAFA.
Thank you.
Hard work. Sheldon goes very, very long. This is a crucial ball. Comes to ground. Amateurs have it through Bentic. Was he pushed in the back? No, said the umpire. Ross Young tried to get the ball. Ended up there with Watts. Watts has gone across and he's gone out wide to Chris Waller. Now he's got Young leading to the pocket. He's got his own teammate in Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen. I was going to say Marcus Ambrose.
It's one of those ones with the first names again, isn't it?
Marcus Allen takes the mark. Son of Graham Allen, Marcus Allen will kick from 40 metres out, directly in front. Crucial kick.
Too far.
Too far out, John.
We got
Tanner
no one on the
says.
line. We got no one on the line.
Comes in.
Just going there now.
He said he was too far. He's got the carry, but it's just pushed across to the right, and the margin back to 5 points. 10-11-71, 9-12-66.
Another guy off the
bench.
bench.
On the Winning Edge presentation scoreboard.
Straight off the bench and goes to Bayliss, who marks on his chest outside defensive 50, goes wide, and I think he's gone too wide, out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go to the Ammos on centre wing, to be taken by Croft. It's getting a bit chilly here at the Junction Oval. Croft takes on his man, steps around a couple, might have been touched off the boot, punched away from Patterson. Howard first at the ball, had no right foot, gave it to a man who was in hot pursuit of him, Young. He had no time, came out the back here to Thompson, kicks up towards half forward, bounced in front of Smithwick, he missed it, came out to Collins. Collins got it out there to Lewis. Lewis got it wide there, back to Luby, centred forward, up towards Kirby. McQueen Miss Campbell on the last line of defence, does well, beats his man, gets it out, hand pass away towards Smithwick, runs around, kicks around the corner up towards Croft, who's going to get it on the bounce. He hand passes backwards to Win, hand passes backwards to Ambrose. Ambrose goes across the face of goal, dangerous. Had to punch was Colbert. McQueen Miss Campbell crashes through, and he's going to get a clearing kick to the middle of the ground, although there's man on man everywhere, making it very difficult to find a possession. Sheldon punched it away, fell to Colbert. Colbert got it to Win, and he marks on the centre wing out of side.
Good
Win's
numbers,
teammate in Waller's got the football, and Waller goes long towards Ross Young. And Ross Young's taken the mark. Gets the handball away to Bentic. 45 metres to Howard. Howard drove the ball. Short kick, probably the wrong option. Got it back though on this occasion, Patterson. Patterson got the ball away. Now they're going to Summers. He's going to kick towards goal, but he's pushed it right. And 1- score, and we're back out to an even goal difference. 10-12, 72, 9-12, 66.
Waste of an opportunity there. They moved the ball well in.
Kick in goes short to the outer side. Sorry, I called Waller before as Win when it's his club number that I was picking up on. But the kick goes out to the outer side, and Hollow has got it back here for Campbell. And the captain for the Victoria Country sends a long driving ball up towards half forward in the Lewis direction. Backing back with the flight of the balls. Robinson couldn't take the mark. Smithwick, who's had a bit of it in this last quarter, hand passes over the top to Colbert. He slipped over against the boundary line. Lewis just
in the back, he's paid it.
It's given one away, those free kicks again. It was just after the ball was already out, and just concedes the free kick in the back to Colbert.
Might have been a bit lucky then, Rat Windle, with nudging in the back of his opponent when that ball came in.
So Colbert, short little kick down the line. It's just through the hands of Young. Hollow goes back and gets it. Kick comes forward for the Country up towards centre half forward. Trying to work his man under it. At the back of the pack here's Ambrose. Maybe got taken a bit high, but I think he just was dispossessed of it legally. The hand pass came from Wynn to Croft to Edgar. Edgar's kick goes wide to Howard, and Howard takes it in the hands and just slows things up.
Magnificent running from Howard.
So Cam Howard, he has been running and presenting all day. Gets it up to Chris Waller, starting to come into the game in the last quarter. Waller chipped the ball up to Summers. He's been good all afternoon. Summers out towards centre half forward. Country have numbers at front. Allen went for the football. The Country worked back through Bayliss. Gets the quick handball away. Now they'll kick it long. Up looking for Lewis. This time Rat Windle's in front of him. He can't take the ball. Bottom of the pack, right in the centre of the Junction Oval. Will it come out the back? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Big pack of players on top of it. Umpire will have no choice but to ball it up.
Ammo's a bit lucky then, Crooksy. I reckon we had too many off our feet at that contest. That if that had snuck out, they were going to be in trouble.
It's end-to-end stuff too. Both sides attacking hard.
8 minutes gone in the last quarter here on 96.5 and Aussie Digital, and the ball comes to ground. Waller out the back looking for Summers. Summers went for Young and Orman. He didn't get either of them. Bottom of the pack, Mikulev. Quick kick away for the Amateurs up towards Marcus Allen. He's been contested by Lee Burke. Lee Burke wins the contest at the moment. He got the quick under one towards Robinson. Robinson went out very wide. Now he may end up with a handball, but it's come back to Hollow.
He got it from Sheldon. He kicks down the line, but it's mark taken by Wintle, and that's one of his first wins for a while against Lewis. His kick went through the hands of Mann, who couldn't quite complete the mark. On hands and knees out the back, it comes to Young. Young throws it on his right foot, which is his non-preferred foot, up towards full forward. Crunched in the tackle there was Patterson. Can't find a way out towards Edgar. Hands and knees stuff here from the Victoria Country, and they've broken away and done really well. Kick comes out to McDonald. Pressure put on him by Smithwick. He got the hand pass away okay. Murphy Ambrose just fumbled. Little Shepherd put on there by Wintle. Ambrose has got time to settle and kick it back towards Wynn.
So Nick Wynn chips the ball up, and the mark's been taken there by Mann. He's also had a fair bit of the football. Beedman kicks it long. Up looking for Robertson. Can't take the mark. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. McDonald caused him. He's a very chunky little man, McDonald, but he's been very good for the Country all afternoon. Half forward flank for the Amateurs. They lead by an even goal. Been a great contest all afternoon. Now it's gone over Ryan Colbert's head. Chasing him was Maloney. Leading out McQueen Muscamble. Ended up winning the running race in front of Kirby and kicked it up towards the half-forward line. Phil Edgar's got it. Edgar goes back to Colbert. Between centre wing and half-forward flank, and Colbert chips beautifully to Bentick. Bentick's got the ball and he'll chip up the line looking for Jack Watts, but taken away by Tyson Hartwig over the line and out of bounds. We'll get a ball in at 72-66. 10.5 minutes are gone in the last quarter for McDonald's Family Restaurants.
So throw in to take place just inside the VAFA's goals. Watts to go up in ruck there against Thompson. Thompson won the knock away. Still Thompson trying to go Watts on hands and knees. Can't get clean possession out towards Allen. Pack forms. The umpire now comes in and will ball it up. A goal the difference here at the Junction Oval. It was a goal the margin last time. VAFA getting over the line. This for the Brian Maloney Cup. And this time again here with about probably 15 minutes to go, it's a goal the difference. Hand pass from Maloney, went backwards, missed its man, came out to Patterson, flying shot at goal, snaps around the corner, tucks it in for one behind.
Good play from the big fella then off the ground, just worked his way to a bit of space, pushed his opponent out and just didn't snap truly.
Absolutely, Big Country a bit sloppy there too.
10-13 to 9-12.
Got a bit of Geelong last night about him, the Amateurs in the second half. 2 goals, 9. Phil Edgar takes a bounce, runs to 40 and then misses the whole lot. Kicks it, didn't even make the distance, deep into the pocket. Country will try and clear. They'll head it out towards Lee Burke. It misses him. Ryan Colbert. Edgar's got another chance from 35 and this time makes no mistake. Phil Edgar puts the ball through. And the St Kevin's representative from Premier B kicks his first goal of the afternoon. And we're up to a 13-point margin. 11-13-79 the Amateurs. Vic Country 9-12-66.
Just goes to show you a bit of poise is really important in this latter stage of the game there. The Vic Country had a couple of players free and the clearing kick just avoided them both and ended up with the ammos and they really made them pay.
Yeah. I mean, they had 2 opportunities and the second one nailed, and they were both reasonably easy opportunities.
So Shaw won that comprehensively. Collins has got the football, dishes a hand pass out to Waite. He just kicked it off a step up towards centre half forward. Bounce eludes everyone except for the VAFA players. Came out to Croft. Got a hand pass back inside the pack. Strong tackle laid there by Pendergast. Not going anywhere. We'll have a ball up just inside the centre square. Forward of centre for Vic Country.
Umpire Monty puts the ball up in the air as Andrew got stuck behind a pole. Kirby got the takeaway down to Pendergast. Pendergast went backwards. The ball's ended up with Luke Collins. Collins on the switch. He can go out to Sheldon now on his left foot. He's got plenty of time to weigh up an option. He kicks to a 2-on-1 contest, but he kicks beautifully because leading out and taking the mark is his captain in Guy Campbell. Will he make the distance?
Yeah.
Yes. The call is
Never seen him play, but I've gone yes.
Yes.
It looks like he will.
He's a man for the big moment, so I think he'll back himself.
Post high, I reckon, Crooksy.
Big man from Echuca United in the Murray Football League, the captain of Victorian Country. If ever they need a goal, they need one now, and he pulls it to the left, right up to the top of the goal square. The ball's still in play, and the mark's been taken by Croft, and Croft will switch play, and Nick Wynn will take the mark. Nick Wynn puts the ball to ground. Now he goes long towards centre wing, and McQueen Muscamble went up, couldn't take the ball. Ball came to ground. Quick switch of plays, ended up with Sheldon for Vic Country.
Sheldon threw it on the left foot, didn't quite get the distance I think he was hoping for. Crashing through though was Sheehan, couldn't quite take it. Strong tackle late on Kirby, and
really?
Might have slipped a little high, I think, but
Colbert.
Umpire hasn't seen that.
Well, he was on this side too, how could he not?
Colbert didn't quite get the free kick there, perhaps. Came out the side here for Luby. Luby's kick around the corner is a good one. It finds Sheehan on the chest, and he can go back, and he's a pretty good kick too. And he's got 2 goals today, does Jay Sheehan. This to bring the margin back to 7 points.
Another tough shot. Another shot from just on that range that's been plaguing them all day.
I like the way he's moving in here.
So Sheehan kicks from 46.5 metres and pops it through for a goal. Great kick by Jay Sheehan. He's got 3. They go to 10-12-72, trailing the VAFA 11-13-79. 7 points the margin.
Gentlemen, from what we've seen today, he just seems to time the ball really well, doesn't try and overkick it, and he still gets 45 metres with every kick, doesn't he?
Beautiful balanced approach to the to kicking, and then just eases through it with a minimum of fuss.
And he's a 20-year-old too. You think there's got to be some
Wow.
upside there with Josh, and he's obviously playing very well in the Geelong Football League, but who knows where the future
There's
lies.
plenty of players at AFL level that would love to be able to kick like that. Ross Young wins the ball out of the centre for the Amateurs, up looking for Edgar. Working back hard there was Thompson for the Country, but Phil Edgar's got the football fortuitously. He kicks the ball across. Luke Collins for the Country on his own at centre half back. He elects to come to the grandstand side of the ground, and Luby's taken the mark. 7 points the difference. Luby bombs it long. Up to the full forward line. Campbell at the back. Has he got the mark? He's kicked the goal. Missed. He's missed an absolute sitter from the top of the goal square. And inaccuracy has plagued the Country Victoria all day. They go on a 10-13, 73. 1 goal down on the Amateurs, 11-13, 79.
No mean feat that, forcing the Queen of Scamble under the ball.
No, that's right. He had he got the position, probably should have taken the mark, and then had the spill and
Fluffed it.
fluffed it. No other word for it.
Pressure on. The captain of Old Kerry goes to the captain of University Blacks, Howard Taman, who goes wide to McQueen Miscample, who marks at half-back. He goes, a little hand pass to Murphy Ambrose, who was running around his back. He kicks up towards the wing, and Wintel's able to mark on his own. Hand passes to the running Young. Has a couple of bounces, has a third bounce.
He'll kick this.
He might go all the way here to 46 metres. Drills it long, won't quite get the carry. Mark in the goal square, not paid. It's been paid. Has been
that's
paid
the same
there
umpire.
to Lee Burke, and Burke has taken the mark on the last line of defence for the Vic Country. He kicks wide here. He's got a man on in Collins. Collins marks it, plays on immediately, kicks up towards the wing position.
Kick again,
and a
Collins.
nice mark. It's taken there by Luby. They've got it full of run at the moment, the Country. Luby to the top of the square. At the back, Campbell can't quite take it. Off the ground, it's going to be a goal. It is a goal. Sheehan kicks the goal for the Country. Scores a level here. 79 apiece. All tied up, 17 minutes gone, final term. McDonald's Family Restaurants on the Winning Edge presentation scoreboard. It's 11-13 apiece.
And we've seen Tim Luby there a couple of times mark the ball out here on centre wing, wheel around on that powerful left of his and drive the ball long. He actually had Sheen out in 20 metres of space, but instead he went longer, and Sheen ended up on the end of it anyway.
Sheen's ended up doing the Brendan Goss, just hanging back, and then the big man got the handball away, and Sheen kicked the goal. He's got 4. Great advertisement for suburban and country football here today at the Junction Oval. Bentic had his kick half smothered. Country appear to be finishing the better at the moment, but it's been a game where the pendulum swung. Nick Wynn takes the mark. He's got Summers on between half-back flank and centre wing. Nearly run down by Lewis, but Summers delivers the ball up to the half-forward line. Rat Windle's gone forward. Quick handball away. Ross Young will lead out with Sheldon in the race for the contest. Sheldon goes for the boundary line. Young wants a free kick. Will get a ball in. Half-forward flank for the Amateurs. They're 11-13, 79. The Country are 11-13, 79. 18 minutes gone in the last term on 96.5 Inter FM and Aussie Digital.
Thrown in on the outer side of the ground, trying to knock it forward was Watts. Couldn't quite get onto it. Sheldon mopped up though for the Country. He's been fantastic in this last quarter. Goes up towards the hollow direction, punched away from him. Boundary throw in outer side centre wing position.
David Speedy, boundary.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting down here. Everyone's at tension.
Thrown in, outer side of the ground. Watts, a fresh air shot for both players. Crashing through Collins though. Big bump put on him by Waller. Diving in hollow, can't get it. Collins goes back and get it. Strong tackle laid on him by Watts. The VAFA want holding the ball. Umpire's not going to give it.
Really lifted Collins in this quarter. He's instrumental in the lift.
Yes, and Sheldon's another one whose left foot is just
Second half
continually
really
tearing him apart.
Thrown up outer side of the ground, crashing through Summers, hand pass to Watts, hand pass out to Waller. Waller goes wide. It's going to be chopped off though. The Country have turned it over. Here goes Linton, sends it inside, attacking 40 up towards Lewis, working under the ball. Nicely done, a defensive play there by Robertson. Got it out to Young. Young's kick around the boundary for Bentic is okay, I think.
Paid too high.
Free kick above the shoulder.
Free kick's been paid. Bentic will take the free kick. Gives the hand pass straight away to Win. He gives it across there to his teammate. Mark, turnover. Country have got it.
McDonald got the turnover and went to Lewis. They're the danger man. I
Call
thought he's
play
been
on.
called to play on. 50 metres out. He kicks around his body. It bounces. and he doesn't score. The scoreboard says 79 apiece. In the under-19s, the Amateurs won by 4 points in the second division game, the Country by 1, and in the decider we're all tied up, and we're 20 minutes into the last quarter. Thriller at the Junction Oval. Country attacking to the St Kilda end in the last term, but Amateurs have the football, and one of them's Adam Bentic. He kicks it long to a big pack of players on centre wing. No one can take the mark. Bottom of the pack. Big pack of players on top of the football, and we'll get a ball in. Finishing the better, Dave?
I think so. We are finishing the better. Lewis there, he had McDonald all on his own. He just had to stop and try and get it to him. Instead, he was rushed. He ended up throwing it on the boot, and out of bounds it went.
And not even scoring to put him in front. Watts in the ruck takeaway. Came to ground, went to Summers. Summers went up towards Marcus Allen. He's right in the centre of the ground. He's got to keep his feet. He does keep his feet. Now he's got to get the ball away to his teammate in Waller. Waller went over the top to Howard.
That's a free kick.
Free kick, no, said the umpire. Body's going everywhere. I think everyone wants a free kick for their own team. Ball comes to ground and is kicked across body. But no score on that occasion by Waller.
Yeah, Howard. It looked really bad.
And the Country have got the free kick, and Cam Howard looks in a lot of trouble. Now the Country will push forward. On this occasion, Maloney wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire said he handballed it. Went to McDonald, who went to Maloney. Maloney went wide. The ball stayed in. Robertson back to Nick Wynn for the Amateurs.
Goes across and finds Watts. Watts goes backwards towards McQueen Miss Campbell, who marks. He's got no one on the outer side except for Wintle. He goes ambitiously up in that direction. Wintle elects to punch it behind him. They've got all numbers here with the Country. Howard has been carried from the ground. As the kick comes out there from Bath for the Country, they've got full of run the Country side, and they're coming home the better. Hollow goes inboard. Kick wasn't that great to Burke. It's been turned over and Bentic's got it. Goes wide out towards Wintle.
2 on 1. It's
and
got to be good.
There's still no one at home. Wintle touches it to the ground. Hand pass over the top for Young. I don't think he knew it was coming. It's been turned over, and the Country have got it and can build going the other way. Players falling over everywhere. Eventually, Beattie takes a mark on the outer side.
So Beattie on the outer side of the ground goes very long up, looking for the danger man in Lewis. It beats them all and goes out in the back pocket. David Speedy, Cam Howard, not good.
It is on down here. The boys are actually giving Cam a spray as he is getting carried off the field.
Right. They it's hard to believe that the scores are level. That such is the ascendancy that the Country boys have.
They just can't seem to get that valuable point on the board.
It's still all tied up. Robertson tried to get the ball away. The Country kick it forward. Nick Wynn in front. McQueen Muscamble probably doesn't want to rush a point at the moment. He's not going to. He gets it back to Beedman. Looks up. He's got to be correct. There was touch off the boot. No doubt about that. Play on. And it goes through the centre of the ground up towards, and making the mark there was Watts. Watts got the handball to Ross Young. Now they're on the overlap. Now they're out. And getting the ball was Windle. He's 40 metres out. He should score, but he won't. Goes up to the danger man in Goss on the left foot. Ducks around and finds his man. And that man is...
Smithwick.
No, it's not Smithwick.
Was it Bentic?
Might be Bentic. It's Waller.
Waller, is it?
Waller.
How was Goss then? Like, he looked like he was going to get grabbed so many times, and he just kept, because you thought he was going to turn around and turn around.
He just kept weaving away.
It just kept going the other way.
Kept his head and found a target, and I suppose that's what few players haven't done in the last few minutes, is kept their head.
He got himself from 20 metres to 40 metres. Waller will kick from 35. Any score will put the Amateurs in front, and it's going to be a minor one. 1 point the difference. 11-14-80, 11-13-79. Nearly 24 minutes gone in the final term on the Winning Edge presentation scoreboard.
Importantly, the Country have got the ball. They've turned it over. The kick in goes straight into the arms of Bentic. He's got a man on inside. It's Young. And Young can go back from about 35 metres out directly in front to have a shot at goal.
And that was Sheldon kicking out there, whose kicking's been so good all day. And he just didn't get that one. And
well, didn't relax and kick through. Over the times he's just had a lazy left footer, and that time he was a bit tense with it, wasn't he?
And all that momentum that Big Country have seemed to evaporated.
A point the difference. Young from 40 metres. Kick on its way. It's a post. That's a poster right smack bang in the middle of the post. 2 points the margin. Ross Young's got one goal won today. 11-15-81 to 11-13-79 on the winning edge presentation scoreboard.
Sheldon this time bombs much better and long, but punched
Watts
away
has
by
done
Jack
well.
Watts. Came to Summers. Summers from 40 metres for the Amateurs.
He's missed two.
And he misses to the left. 11-16-82. 11-13-79. They've had 3 chances to seal it, and now it's still game on.
Great play from Watts with the fist back there.
So kick
Needs
in
to do it
from
again.
the the Vic Country. Kirby dropped a mark. Kick off the ground for the Country. They're on here if they can break it out. Good pressure put on there by Waller. Holu goes in, missed it. So too did Marn. Couldn't quite pick it up. On hands and knees, Kirby dives on it, pack forms. And we'll have a ball up at centre half forward. David, any news
loose
on
players.
Howard
No
down there
loose
on the bench?
players.
He's just gone straight down to the rooms, boys, so I haven't heard anything yet.
So ball up at centre half forward for the VAFA. Just looking down the ground, still a lot of numbers in that forward line for the Vic Country. Nick Wynn looks to be playing the loose man back there.
They need a few stoppages down here. It's getting tight for time.
Under a minute to go in the game. As crashing through, Watts tried to take clean possession. Can't be much time left for the Country.
Summers
Comes out
get
to
caught.
Summers. Kicks up towards
Marcus
the top
Allen,
of the
you gotta
square.
go.
And Noah Mark's taken there by Sheldon. I think it is Sheldon who takes the mark for the Country. He's got to go. Less than a minute to go. Margin 3 points. Kick goes wide. Wintle, no over the back. No one over the back
Young's
there for the
got
Country. Young should get it for the VAFA. They're going to hold on here, I feel. His kick goes down the line. It's okay. Mark taken on the outer side by Summers. Summers has got it for the VAFA.
So Summers, who's been very good, he chips into Wintle, takes the mark 55 metres out. Believe less than a minute to go. We've played 26 dangerously to Edgar. Very dangerously.
Ridiculous kick.
Pendergast has turned it over. Last chance now for the Country. Gets it up towards the half-forward line. Good contest. Smithwick keeps his feet. Does brilliantly for the Amateurs. Kicks it down. There's the siren. There's the siren. A great game of football that went 26 minutes and 42 seconds. And the Victorian Amateur Football Association, 11-16-82, have run out 3-point victors over AFL Country Victoria, 11-13-79. At quarter time, the Amateurs led by 3, at half time by 8, at three-quarter time by 10, and they've run out 3-point victors. Goals for the Amateurs, 4 to Brendan Goss, 2 to Adam Patterson, 2 to Cam Howard, singles to Jack Watts, Ross Young and Phil Edgar, with 1 in the last quarter. 4 to Jay Sheehan was the major goal kicker for the Country. 2 to Daniel Lewis. Singles to Derek Micallef, Tim Luby, Shane McDonald and Paul Kirby. Take a quick break on Aussie Digital and 96.5 NRFM.